All right, we're live and we're doing some beers tonight because it's Canada Day tomorrow. And welcome back to Maxwell Star's late night booze bags. Just shooting the shit and enjoying yourselves. And I came live because Lee wanted to profess something right now. Yeah, what did you want to say, Lee?
Tell the world.
I was just going to say, Jamie's a dreamy person, an individual. He's got the classic Hollywood good looks like Glenn Ford, and like I said, he'd probably put a good roof over your head, treat you right, and keep you warm at night.
You know what? I didn't think you'd actually say that.
I had actually kind of tuned out a bit during you talking about that before we went live. I didn't realize you're still talking about Jamie. Holy fuck.
I thought we were all in agreement here.
Oh no, I agree. I completely agree. I just didn't realize that's where that was going.
I usually wanted to say this kind of thing, but yeah, Jamie's generally a good-looking guy. But
where are you at, basically?
Slightly. What are we all drinking right now? Let's start with you, Lee. What are you drinking right now? Nothing.
I'm not. Well, depending on how this Christie branded Oreo ice cream, how it's sort of keeping up in this humid weather, I will be drinking it pretty soon. But
that's what you're eating. I knew you're eating something. Mm-hmm. And that sounds really good, actually. God damn it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, Christie ice cream. What are you drinking, Redbeard?
Nothing as good as what Lee's having. I've got some Full Beard Brewing. Their, what was it? Let Me Grasp Paradise Hefeweizen. Brewed with grains of paradise, and I think they put lemongrass into it as well, I believe is what he said. So it's a good example of the style, I think, from what I've had, but the style isn't really something that I'm a big fan of myself. So,
did they actually write on the can, or is that just like the graphics on it?
No, this is like their generic label they put on, but then they did write right there.
Yeah, because that looks. I assume that's lemongrass, whatever. Yeah.
No, that's Let Me Grasp Paradise.
Oh.
LMGP, and then he told her that's why paradise is in there. And the grasp part apparently is where the lemongrass. I don't know, fuck. But
that's like way too clever.
These guys are all about the ridiculous. Like their session IPA that I drank a bunch of today, but probably the best beer at the festival that I was at is the Master of Beta session IPA.
Speaking of Master of Beta, let's guess who just joined us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? Who did just join us? The ceiling. So. Oh, I like that ceiling shot. That was kind of cool looking. What's going on, man? What's going on, you beautiful, beautiful bastard?
He was just. I think he was just showing the roof that he's putting over somebody's head.
Oh, that was very, very well played, man. Very well played.
All right, hey Jamie.
Notice all these pauses we keep taking after we say things in your direction, Jamie? That's when you reply. That's what I thought.
Your phone?
Yeah. Welcome to the chat, you chatty bastard.
Glorious bastard. While we're waiting for that, this is what I'm drinking. I'm drinking Brasseur de Côte with Miscou Russian Imperial Stout from northern New Brunswick. What part of New Brunswick is this from? It's my first time having this. It's my first time, I think, having a beer from Brasseur de Côte. Tracadie. That's like right in the northeast corner of New Brunswick. Pretty sure. Which I've never been, and probably nobody here has ever been.
Oh, I go there at least once a week. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Minimum.
It's not exactly an hour away like Northern Quebec is, where all kinds of 12-month-old beer is.
Yeah, that fucking town can just burn.
Well, I think you just quickly corrected yourself there, Nick. I think you were about to say 12-year-old hookers, but
12-year-old whiskey.
What?
No, I'm glad you stopped yourself.
Beer analysis where
Christ.
Video clip of me talking about how I love 10 or 12-year-olds. I was talking.
Yeah. The controversy continues.
When you take some clips out of context, man, they can be damning.
here's an idea. This is where Trackety, New Brunswick is, right on the northeast corner.
Oh, it's
Like,
on the
I'm
tip.
down. I'm down from down south here, where it's where St. John is, but that's a ways away.
Like how much of a ways away? How long would it take you to drive there?
I don't know. Let me see.
What does it say? It should have been right there. The route was right there. It should have told you the time.
3.5 hours. I'd have to drive to Moncton first, then head to Miramichi.
Like that's pretty much the equivalent of me driving to Toronto.
Yeah.
In like a straight line with like you got a bunch of turns and stuff to take. Or is that one highway? It just seems like it turns.
No, it's not on highway. It's just a bunch of turns because you got to take. Yeah. Like I'm close to Route 1, but then Moncton. Route 1 goes to Moncton, then you turn north from there on the 126, and then that goes to Miramichi, and then you take the 11 all the way up there. Yeah, it's a ways.
Crazy. But at the same time, that's more or less you driving almost across the province in like a few hours.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And you know what? I've never actually been to that part of this province, even though it's not a very big province.
Like if I want to go to, like, say, Thunder Bay, I would love to go to Thunder Bay to their Brewhaw festival they have there. It's like this huge beer festival. Thunder Bay is 12 goddamn hours away, and I'm still in the same province. That's crazy.
Oh, Ontario is fucking huge. It took me like 6 days to cross it.
And like our speed limits are fucking. I'll say it. We're live. I'll say it anyway. They're fucking retarded. I'll say it.
You're North Bay. You're right up here.
Yeah.
Like Lake Pissing.
Lake Nipissing, man. It's the lake you can pretty much walk across and never go over your head. It's awesome. It's so shallow. Oh yeah, it's a super shallow lake.
Because when I drove across country, I came up from Toronto on Route 69. That was fun. And then went down from Sudbury towards
Sault Ste. Marie, I'd assume. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up getting stuck for 6 days in where's the Blind River, which is along here somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
For 6 days.
Yeah, the water pump broke on the engine of my car. That
nice.
When I went through there. So where is Blind River anyway?
Isn't Blind River outside of Ottawa?
No, it's
not nearly this far that way. I think, unless you're out of Ontario.
Here's Blind River right here. Blind River. Yeah, so I stayed in the Lakeview Inn for like 6 days while they were repairing my car. But outside of that, it still took me 6 days to cross Ontario because, like, I went from there. I stayed overnight in Sault Ste. Marie. And then I went to Thunder Bay the next day.
I feel like it shouldn't have taken you.
It's a beautiful drive, but it's quite the drive for Thunder Bay. Anyway,
it's a big place, yeah.
Oh yeah, Ontario is massive.
Little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jamie's mic wasn't working apparently.
Sorry, guy. Guy. My mic wasn't working, guys. You meant Guy. Actually, there's Sleeping Giant National Park. That's what you were, the brewery.
Yep.
I remember this because Sleeping Giant. Let me see if I can find like a spot on the road here where you can see it in the distance. There's some guy's house. But yeah, right there you can see it. The Indians called that, or the natives called that Sleeping Giant because it looked like somebody was sleeping over there.
A giant was sleeping over there.
Yeah. Ooh. I've got a picture of it somewhere. Anyway, yay.
Wow, it's neat how they paint like the actual names of the roads right on the roads, so you can.
You gotta love Google like that.
It's amazing.
Cool, man.
Best.
Yeah, that whole drive up through along Lake Superior from Sault Ste. Marie to Thunder Bay was one of the most beautiful drives I've ever driven. And but it is a long drive. It's like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Gross. Right on. Hey, wow, we actually got 6 people watching.
That's weird.
It is weird.
What's wrong with all you fucktards watching this shit?
Nice.
Joe said he was going to be popping in soon.
Pop in here already, you fucking asshole.
Exactly. Where the hell are you?
That's so fucking lame.
So yeah, Redbeard, you were saying you went to a beer festival today. What you want to say in public? Anything about today's fest?
That was good. It wasn't like it was. They called it a burger fest, even though, like I said, that there wasn't any choice of burgers. It was like you paid $20 to get in. That $20 gave you 3, basically like this size sample glasses, like big sample glasses.
Was it an actual
and a burger? And the burger was fucking delicious. And so you like,
okay.
Like I said, myself, I didn't use any of my tickets, but I got a bunch of beers. But if you had the 3 sample, you could get like one from. There's only 3 breweries there because it was their inaugural kind of first one ever. Not sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, admission to the festival and a burger for $20. That's not bad.
And like the three big beers and the burger.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're talking about the general person, I'm not talking about you getting massive samples. I'm talking about
no, but even though that's
like a 4 or 5 ounce sample and a burger.
No, the sample glasses were like the big plastic glasses that each brewery brought with them.
Everybody, they would fill them all the way up.
This is what everybody got: 3 of this plus a burger for $20.
That's pretty nice.
Really good deal.
What breweries were there?
Sleeping Giant, like you're just showing us the Sleeping Giant, and New Ontario and Full Beard. These guys that gave me this Hefeweizen. Yeah. And like I said, like the venue and stuff, they can easily expand that for next year and at least double the breweries. No problem at all.
So it wasn't actually like a beer festival. It was just a burger festival, right?
It was just like, it was like a Canada Day party, basically, kind of thing, a day early. But yeah, it was like, they called it Burger Fest, even though, like I said, they shouldn't have called it Burger Fest. If they're going to call it Burger Fest, they should have maybe had a food truck as well with selling burgers, or themselves serving at least 2 or 3 different kinds of burgers. Or something. There was no, the burger was delicious. I'm not denying that, but there was nothing to make it seem Burger Fest worthy, I guess you'd say. I don't know. Kind of a weird name overall, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Beer Patrol! Woo!
I just randomly assumed when I saw that was Greg joining because the Beer Patrol super fan. What's going on, Mr. Joe?
Yo, it's not funny. None of this is funny.
How's it going, Joe?
No, pretty good. How about you guys?
Oh, we're chilling.
You missed Stuart, and by I mean missed, like, got lucky and you left before you showed up.
I'm so fucking happy I missed that piece of shit.
Wow. Yes, for those tuning in, Ewart was here while we were offline, and now we decided to go online so that Lee could profess his love for Jamie.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't love Jamie?
Joined, but he couldn't get his mic working. He's probably in the comments though.
Who, Jamie?
Oh, look, the planet is also in the comments.
Nice.
Earth, you gotta get a hobby, brother.
I'm not sure who it is that's able to link him up, but somebody could probably link him up and get him in.
Yeah, I can hit him up if Earth wants it. Earth, let us know.
I might be friends on Facebook. I can't remember at this point what his real name is.
It's Earth, man. That's his real name.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, his complete name is Full Earth.
Oh, there you go.
Full Earth.
Full Earth. Not Middle Earth? Full Earth?
Baby, he's not Middle Earth, baby. He is the entire planet, daddy.
The thing that always made me wonder about the Lord of the Rings and stuff, like Sauron, whatever, is going to fuck up Middle Earth. Like, how big is Middle Earth, and how is nothing on the rest of the planet going to be affected by that? That never made sense to me.
Redbeard, you have too much time on your hands, big guy.
I just think about weird things sometimes, man.
Yeah, it seems like. Nothing wrong with that. Just pointing it out. Yeah.
Hey, it's all good, man.
It's all good, baby.
It's all good, baby.
So, what are you guys up to this evening?
Oh, having just the most amazing, exciting, unbelievable live stream that has ever been put on YouTube, ever.
Glad I could make it for this fun bash.
You're part of it now, baby.
Yeah.
I ate a liter of ice cream, Joe.
Holy shit, I'm lactose intolerant. I think that'd kill me.
I didn't realize it was
kill
that
me.
much. Christ, a liter
You're
of it.
lactose
Wow.
intolerant, but you still drink lactose beers?
Yeah, they don't. I don't have a high sensitivity to it, so lactose beers really don't mess with me. But if I ate like an entire bowl of ice cream or a full glass of milk, about 2 hours later, I'm not feeling all that great.
Oh man, I could really go for a glass of milk right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A nice glass of like milk or chocolate milk, it like hits the spot, and then not for me. About 2 hours later,
I don't get how people don't like milk. Like I see people like, oh, milk, disgusting.
Milk's fantastic.
I will say this though, because I've been forced to. Almond milk and soy milk isn't too bad. Like almond milk, I prefer.
I like almond milk.
Yeah,
I haven't
almond milk is
tried
pretty
it.
good. It's pretty good, and it's surprising how close it gets to regular milk for like using it in cereal and stuff. One thing I found though is unless you buy like the pre-made chocolate variety, like you can't just buy like Hershey syrup or like the powder and mix it in. It doesn't work as well.
Oh, really?
No, although I have been using almond milk in place of regular milk for coffee as of late.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, it's really good.
Cool.
It's Earth. It's Earth Day.
Earth, yeah.
Oh, baby, celebrity Earth, baby.
What's going on, gentlemen?
The most popular guy without a channel now, baby. That's him.
There you go.
No about all that.
Joe has been dethroned in that regard.
Yeah, that's right.
This we got newcomers to the chat. Let's do a beer call. I know Lee's probably still eating ice cream.
No, I'm done. No, like I said, I ate a liter of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm still drinking my Brasseur Coats Misku Russian Imperial Stout. What are you drinking, Joe? Anything?
Nothing. And that's because in the middle of my diet, and today was a cheat day, so I'm not going overboard. Because my cousin threw the 4th of July bash that should be on Wednesday today because it fell in the middle of the week and no one's going to celebrate in the middle of the week. So I was a bit bad today, so no beer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Suck.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Way to go, Joe. Oh, damn it.
Going
Bringing
to the
everybody
dark side.
I've been drinking all these other half
down
beers.
with your healthy lifestyle. Fucking asshole.
All these other half beers, are just I'm good. I'm beered out for a little bit.
We're
My
drinking
glass is
red beards.
Curtis, what are
I
you
just
drinking?
finished my Let Them Grasp Paradise Hefeweizen, so I'm going to go grab a beer and also take a pee. So I'll be back in a minute.
Too much information, but maybe not enough.
I didn't say like I'm also going to whack it while I'm peeing. I didn't go all crazy.
You might be thinking that Amy while you go do it. Who knows?
Gross, Nick. Every single time.
Earth, what are you drinking right now?
I just poured a dram of some Ardbeg 10 year.
Oh, fuck.
Arctic 10. Nice. Good
You ain't
choice.
fucking around.
That is a solid whiskey.
He's
Yes.
I actually had this earlier, the rum barrel aged
Yeah.
IPA brew with Mosaic.
What'd you think? I saw your on-time check-in, but
I'm gonna check it
I
out.
was a little skeptical looking at what people were saying, but I liked it. It was pretty good. It's not blowing me away or anything, but it's really good. I
it's no
enjoyed it.
Founders Porter, though, right? No Founders. It's no Founders Porter. Come on.
No, it's not.
Is that what Rod J would say?
That's what I would say. I think Founders Porter is like the best porter ever.
It's a great porter.
Yep. It's one of those beers that like I feel like I should have.
have that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. You gave it like a 4.75. I was like, yeah, that's a trophy, baby. That's one of those beers that just because it's just a fucking American porter. Everyone forgets about it, but it's so well made. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you look, I got like 20 something check-ins of it. So, and I don't check everything in either. So,
no, same here. Not anymore. I don't have a tendency to check in beers anymore that I've already had. I don't know why. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. None of this matters. What are you drinking, Lee? Or you just all the ice cream is what was happening?
Just finished ice cream. That was it.
What kind of ice cream did you have?
It was Oreo cookie ice cream.
Oh, god damn
Yeah, it was pretty good.
No, it's fantastic.
Must be sweltering up there.
It is. It's fucking disgusting right now.
Yep.
It's not as bad as it was earlier today, of course, but it's like one of those days where, oh yeah, it's now dropped 10 degrees, but that's from like 30 to, and you know, including the humidex, so it's like from whatever the humidex was like 35, 36 to like 26 real, and there's no wind, and it's like, fuck you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's basically how today was. We at the barbecue and the party and everything, we're playing volleyball and cornhole and stuff, and just how he had it set up was in his front lawn directly in the sun. You didn't even have to move. It was just sweat pouring everywhere. And I was just like, oh, luckily he had a pool, right? So it worked out. But at the same time, it was like this. I don't even want to be in here for more than like 5 minutes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yesterday was actually better. There was actually a breeze, and like by about 6 o'clock, it actually cooled down significantly, where it was like, hey, this is actually a nice summer day. There's no humidity. And now the humidity's just dropped like a big fucking blanket of bullshit. And apparently it's only going to get worse by fucking Wednesday, where it's going to be like, it's going to feel like 40 degrees with the humidex, which is no.
Yep.
Tomorrow's going to be like, same thing here tomorrow as well. 95 Fahrenheit, I think, or 97, somewhere between there without the humidex. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. I think I'm going to stay inside tomorrow. I'm not a big fan of going outside and potentially dying.
No? It's the best, man. It's the best.
I don't think it is. The best.
We're going to be around 117 by Thursday.
It's a dry heat, though, Earth. It's a dry fucking heat. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
What was that, Lee? Sorry, what was that?
It just the dry heat just means you can move while you die of heat stroke, as opposed to a really humid heat where you can't move. But
well, in my defense, they got 200 golf courses. They irrigate at like 12 in the afternoon, so that doesn't really help that factor too much.
That's true.
Everybody should know by now, you don't water your fucking lawn until the sun is like setting. It burns. Like,
you'd think they'd figure it out.
It evaporates, and what doesn't evaporate literally just burns your lawn, because the fucking droplets create little, like, those magnifying glass type effects on the fucking shit, and it just fucks it all up. It's bad.
See, I don't know why Redbeard's saying anything about sun, because he's such a ginger that if he stepped outside in the sun, he'd turn into a charcoal briquette within like 3 seconds.
You know what? You'd be like the parts of me that get exposed on a regular basis. Like if I was to go out there with
whoa! Let's not talk about parts of you exposed.
This is falling off the ground.
I wasn't going anywhere. I was saying like my right here. You know, this doesn't burn that fast. But if I was to go outside with no shirt on, my chest would probably burst into flames.
Nobody wants that.
Wrong there.
Nobody wants that.
Oh, I'm sure some.
Because the sun wouldn't know what to do with you.
Greg probably wants that. Fair.
But yeah, sunscreen is a good friend of mine.
You don't have a lawn though, do you, Redbeard?
Not one that I have to maintain. There's like kind of a thing to the side of the building that my boss has somebody come in and do the cutting and everything.
And you just yell out the window and tell them, "Don't fucking water the lawn. It's 12:45."
Oh no, it doesn't get watered. I yelled at him one time though, because last year, down at the bottom of my staircase, there's like raspberry plants that grow there, wild, and I'm like, "That's awesome." And he fucking cut them with a goddamn like weed whacker, and I'm like, "You fucking bastard!" So this year when I heard him, I was sitting here watching something. I heard him downstairs, and I'm like, ran down like, "You stay the fuck away from my raspberry plants this year." And he has so far, so it's
good.
We're
going to need to settle down.
Man, I love your raspberry. Raspberries are so good.
Raspberries are pretty tasty.
That's what you call a raspberry sour right there. Holy fuck.
That's awesome.
Smackety-do.
Mr. Well-played comments over here.
We actually have comments?
No, are you serious right now?
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
Watching this shit.
Six silent people watching us right now.
Smartest people that I know that I don't even know.
They just
if I was that popular.
Yeah, they just need to keep shutting up, by the way. All you people watching, fuck you. Don't say anything.
Shut your mouth.
There's your daily dose.
What is
This is the most viewer-friendly live chat on YouTube ever.
what does your shirt say there, Nick? Dragon Dicks? What does it say?
The Dragon Boat, isn't it? Did you were you in a Dragon Boat doing that at one point? Is that what that
My
is?
volunteer shirt for volunteering at the Dragon Boat Fest
Oh,
last.
you didn't actually paddle a Dragon Boat, though.
No, but I photographed people doing it. And
I want to see a photograph of you paddling a Dragon Boat.
I
That'd be
did
awesome.
all the team photos for our Dragon Boat last year.
Did you say team photos or teen photos?
A little bit of both, probably.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of
We
column
did.
B.
When I was
As long as they included you on the raping and pillaging part of the whole Dragon Boat thing, that's okay.
When I was in high school, we did a random thing where they had us go to the canoe club, and we did learn the war canoe, which is basically the same thing. It's this huge fucking canoe that a bunch of people sit in, and they're like, the one girl's like, "What if we tip and this and that?" And this was before cell phones and all that shit, so it wasn't a big deal. But you can't, like, no one's ever tipped one of these. Not going to be a problem at all. Our class gets in within 5 minutes of setting out. The one guy in the back, I don't know what the hell he did, but got the whole boat rocking and the whole fucking boat tipped over. And the one guy did lose his brand new pair of Oakley sunglasses, which are probably still at the bottom of the lake to this day.
Oh, well,
Considering nobody probably went to get them.
Well, like he tried a bunch of times, but the one like Lake Nipissing, the picture you showed before, this was not Lake Nipissing. Trout Lake is another lake in North Bay, just kind of off to the right of where you were showing that picture on the map. And that lake is really, really deep. It gets super deep, super fast. So, yeah, if those glasses went down into anything like that, they're not being found, probably.
well, at least that girl got her question answered. What happens if we tip?
It's true. It is true.
What happens? You get wet and some douchebag loses his glasses.
Everybody finds out whether or not you can swim. That's what will happen if you tip over.
Just the tip.
Oh, look.
Some guy will be down there in a scuba suit fucking finding
So-
some glasses later on.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let someone else handle the comment we got because
Oh,
I don't know where to go with that.
okay.
I don't know
Let
where to go with that.
handle the comment for this just because it looks like something that Lee could do.
Okay, so someone named Druid has commented that Stout is better than beer. I have a little bit of news for you there, Druid. Stout is a kind of beer. I hate to break this to you, like really shatter your worldview, but Stout is actually just beer, just a different type of beer.
Oh, I was honestly hoping you were going to be the one to take the comment. And actually, you were surprisingly nice to him. Actually, I was expecting more.
Here's the thing.
Sarcasm?
Real.
Well, no. Here's the thing.
I can't tell.
I've actually over the years I've seen this a lot, where people like I don't like beer. I like stouts or
Ales and stouts.
I've never seen that before myself. That for me, that was like,
people,
really? Kind of thing?
People will say stouts are different than ales, like they're not ales. I mean, if you're talking like a Baltic porter or something like that, then maybe you have a fucking point. But that can be both a lager
maybe
and
from
an
the
ale.
most basic perspective of it, like a stout, like Guinness or something, is better than a beer, like a lager, like the average beer. Like, but at the same time, it also shows no understanding for what beer is.
And I give that. I would call that person mildly insane. Like,
no. I mean, I think there's a kind of a historical precedent for that sort of mistake as well. Like,
well, we got an oops in the he said oops.
Yep.
I guess he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. Wait, look at that. We just educated somebody with Lee's knowledge. Just
Either
now.
that or we're
Let's
completely
go.
condescending.
But,
Whatever.
you know what? Let's take the high road. We're good. We're the best.
Too nice
We're the
on
best.
Canadian,
Man.
it's
We're the
Canada
best.
Day.
We're here to help out the peoples and tell them what they're drinking. Or
That's true. It's
We're
trolling
Canadians.
us.
Yeah, right.
uh,
Well, there's that. Yeah.
that's the
We're
thing. You never
Canadians,
know.
Canada Day. We're being nice.
it's okay. The
what we do.
American's been kind of quiet for a bit anyway. There you go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you better mute yourself, you fucking bastard.
Those tariffs come in effect now.
There you go. There you go.
Drew says he's smart now.
Smart.
That's actually a fucking awesome comment. I love that.
SMRT.
That's awesome. I'm smart now. Like that. There's no way that's accidental. O and A are very far apart in the keyboard.
Well, we can't really fault sometimes the average Joe for not understanding what beer is.
No, again, I don't think I never thought stout wasn't beer, but I can understand somebody who's like just never been.
I knew Guinness was beer for my entire life, but it's just.
Well, yeah. Actually, I
What's
knew
definitely
Guinness.
not as bad as
I knew
Chris
Guinness
Peters with his ales and stouts.
I knew Guinness was beer. I knew
Chris
Guinness
Peters
was
likes
beer
ales and
before I knew
stouts.
Guinness was a stout.
It's like ales and stouts are different things, right?
Yeah, fucking Chris Peters can piss up a fucking rope. Oh, fucking
Stouts and porters are different things, but ales and stouts, you're talking about a type of ale versus ale in general.
And really, stouts and porters aren't all that different.
No, exactly.
They're much more different now than they traditionally were. Stout was just a type of porter at one point.
What is like the actual like definitive like what people know of as the difference between stout and porter? Because for myself, it's like stout is usually more of that.
It's usually
smoky,
darker, thicker in body, more roasty. Yeah.
A porter or a stout is more thicker.
Porter. Well, I think the big difference is that one's like brewed a little heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it really comes down. Like I don't know home brewing at all, but I think it comes down to more like the final gravity is a bit heavier, maybe.
Like so, a stout is generally thicker than a porter. True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, porters were kind of different back in the day, anyway, because depending on where you got a porter from in England, sometimes it was just like a mixture of a bunch of different dark ales, whatever the current pub was serving.
Oh yeah.
And then stout was just basically a way of saying I wanted the stronger, darker version of your porter for the most part. Like stout didn't really become a distinct style until later.
Okay. Cool.
And then the main thing was it really became something like stout didn't become stout or porter didn't become what porter is until the advent of the pale ale, when they discovered better method for malting and drying it to malt. It used to be that the reason why malts were for stouts and porters were different is because the malt was prepared in a different way, where it was it was like more like fire burn, so it ended up becoming darker and smokier.
Yeah,
whereas they discovered whether they could the roasting of the malt, so everything came out darker and roastier and more caramel. And then they found like more cleaner ways of malting of drying the malt, where they used kilns, and the end product ended up becoming lighter in color. And even then, pale ale isn't as pale.
Look
clear, like lager.
Look at the comments. Drew is like educating us now.
Yeah.
Like, he went off the wiki. The main difference between many brewers still agree the kind of malt to each. Porters use malted barley, and stouts are primarily made from roasted barley. I kind of agree with that.
The mix of roasted barley, because there's still some roasted barley that's in porter, because otherwise
there can be, but again, I've had
it wouldn't have the dark color otherwise.
Yes and no. I think you can get without having like the roasted malt. You don't need you can get like this chocolate malt, or the other that aren't technically a roasted
porters
malt.
And stouts are generally the same kind of color, like they're both black in color. But the blend of, because they don't just use one kind of malt, they might use like a pale malt, and they might use like a roasted malt.
Well, there's so many. When Chad and I brewed our comparable to this beer, this is the Mr. Canoehead from Sleeping Giant I'm drinking right now. Like a hoppy red ale, we used, I want to say, at least 5 or 6 different fucking malts in that shit. There's so many different malts, like different it's insane the combinations you can get from just these different varieties of
like
plants.
the evolution of malt of drying the malts became like they ended up becoming more and more red in color. Like say this red ale that I'm drinking right now, this Fire Chief's Red from Pump House.
Ooh.
But the colors of the malts didn't like it wasn't until they kiln dried everything until it really became clear what you find in lagers. And because of the drying method, less and less of the byproduct of the method they did, like less and less of the smoke, less and less of the chocolatiness of the malting method, or not the malting method. Fuck, it's not the malting part.
Holy shit.
Yeah. What are you saying, Joe?
I'm saying, did I come here for a history lesson or to fuck off? No,
It's a fucking beer chat. I'm actually enjoying this fucking shit.
We're actually talking about beer for once.
So I came in midway, which is what. So what was somebody in the comments? What were they saying?
Oh, they said stout is better than beer.
Oh,
and we went off on that.
Yeah,
and
no,
probably stopped watching.
And then you started talking about porters and stouts. From what I know, basically they are the exact same thing. As far as back as like the history, stouts were always considered a stronger porter. That's all it was.
Yeah, exactly.
And now people are saying that porters aren't made with roasted barley and stouts are, but really that's not I guess the truth. It's just kind of what it ended up happening over time.
How it evolved.
Yeah. So I mean,
like porters were stronger stouts, but porter gets its name from street porters that used to work in England, and then that used to be the kind of beer style they would drink before the advent of pale ale.
Beers.
Yeah, like farmhouse or saison kind of thing.
God damn the saison.
Nowadays, though, in generic terms for myself, how I always feel like porters are just lighter stouts. That's the way I like in terms of mouthfeel, in terms of body. It's ever so slightly just lighter. Like if I drink a porter,
thinner stouts.
Yeah, I'm expecting like I'm beating the body.
Joe, have you tried the Imperial Porter from Collective Arts?
Yeah, I did. I had that like a couple of years ago, I think, or a year and a half ago.
I assumed you probably would have anybody, but
it's pretty good.
It was a good, delicious beer, but I kind of like it wasn't. Like I want to say my light didn't get through it. It was like fucking that dark, but at the same time, it had a bit of a. If I was to compare that same ABV, that porter to that ABV stout, generally, the porter was probably a bit more of a lighter mouthfeel, easier drinking. And
that's pretty much what I think the general consensus is nowadays. If you ask just a normal beer drinker, what do you think the difference between a porter and a stout is? They're going to go, porters are a bit lighter. That's what you're going to gather. They have similar flavors because they're basically similar beers. So whenever I see someone call something a porter or a stout, I'm like, it's kind of interchangeable. I just kind of go in expecting that.
What you're all
going to be a bit thinner and a little bit.
What you're all not grasping is the fact that really porters are just really fancy pants, sort of jumped up fucking brown ales that need to learn their place and they need to be shut down.
But that's how all these styles evolve, right? It's from one to another, and so on. So yeah, I mean they do. They really are. They are basically like the cousin of.
I'm gonna join up. I'm gonna join Camera campaign for real ales, and we're gonna get all you fucking assholes. Fucking start recognizing. We're gonna have all of our milds under 4%.
All of them.
All of them.
Any of them over 4%, they're drain poured. It doesn't matter.
IPAs not going over 5.5% at all.
Nope. I'm just going to go back to that
and
statement.
And they're using all dirty, earthy hops. Sorry.
I'm just going to go back to that statement here where that Druid had posted about porters use malted. I realize this is from Wikipedia, but there's something erroneous here. Porters use malted barley and stouts primarily made from roasted barley. And I'm thinking like all malt is
it's all malted barley,
It's all malted barley. It's just like roasted barley is already malted. It's just
whoever wrote the Wikipedia article kind of fucked up.
In theory, people who argue and go crazy about like porters and stouts, they're just wasting
probably wasn't a beer
wasting your time.
Yeah, it's just you can sit here and talk about a bunch of different.
It's the density of it. It's so close to these same styles.
Listen, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time here, Joe. And
you always waste your time on Nick's channel. You know this, Lee.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah, see.
I can't deny it.
I mean, Nick wastes his time here, so I mean, it's his channel.
I get this guy with dragon cock written on his fucking shirt. And red beard talking about how he can't go out in the sun or he'll die like a vampire or whatever the fuck he's
Not like
talking about.
one. Not like one.
He'll like burst into charcoal and like help fertilize his raspberry plants or whatever the fuck.
It's a raspberry.
Blueberry plants.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Earth, I don't even know why he's in here. He's far too good to be in this fucking chat.
He's got to even out the entire chat, right? Like he's
I guess.
got to even it out.
Well, we got to get it
not
on
too
Earth
good.
level here.
I'm not worthy.
He's not
Hey man, we're all living on you, man.
See, he's
That's true.
It's true.
That's true. Yep.
I'm here for the jokes and the entertainment.
Joe. Fuck your diet. Burst out a couple bombers right now.
I'm sorry. I can't do such things. I'd love to.
It'll be good. It'll be good content for your channel.
I have too much content for my channel right now.
Okay, that's
Speaking
all
of
right.
content for the channel, when are we doing the Abyss?
Probably this week. What works best for you guys this week?
Probably Wednesday.
Fucking Christ.
Wednesday before beer analysis?
What other day would work this week?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Well, what's your week like there, Joe?
I might be able to do Wednesday if we do it like before beer analysis 101, I guess.
Are you going to beer analysis?
What is the beer this week?
Budweiser.
Is this so bad?
I'm pretty sure you can get it.
No, I don't know if I can actually. It's a tough one to find. Earth confirmed this, right? Budweiser nowhere to be found south of the Canadian border.
That's hilarious.
It's not as much as can I get it as to why I'd want to get it.
I'm gonna find the biggest fucking Budweiser format I can find at my liquor store.
You just want so you have more to drain for, right?
There's a possibility I could grab Budweiser, I guess.
Suck it up.
And,
You're here for the friggin' what do you call it?
we'll see.
Coors Banquet review. I don't think
that's
Budweiser is
Coors
going to be
Banquet.
MGD.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
Coors
a different
Banquet.
story.
Yeah, it's way better than Budweiser. You know it. I know it.
I'm
Lee knows it.
feeling-
Earth knows it.
I'm
Actually,
feeling like overrating Budweiser to try to skew the fucking ratings and get MGD knocked to the fucking top.
Here's the thing. I don't think Budweiser is absolutely garbage, but I also think there's about 7,000 better adjunct lagers that I'd rather drink than that beer. It certainly isn't America's beer or whatever the hell their fucking tagline is. It's Budweiser. That's all it
we
is.
actually have West Coast Nick on in the chat here saying Bud on July 4th. See, even he knew it.
Yeah, well, he's your fucking cousin. I don't know what to tell you.
Like he's my cousin from Calgary. Yeah.
I guess you got to have some American on the show, right? I don't know who else would be on it.
Yeah. Well,
I was disappointed that I missed the last one, though.
the Oma Gang. Yeah, I wish you could have been there. It was fun.
Because Hennepin is like one of my favorite, probably Belgian style beers. I love that from Oma Gang. I know
It was really solid. We all liked it. I think it was. I think it really outdid MGD as the favorite beer for beer analysis so far.
I actually did that beer. I had that beer on my own that night after work, and fuck that beer. I did not.
You don't like Belgian beers, though. You don't like.
I don't know if I'd really say it was $16 good, but like
no,
dude,
that beer is literally in my neck of the woods because you got to remember Cooperstown is like 3 hours away from me in New York State. I want to say like a 355 or 341 of that, probably under $3 here. So it's cheap. It's cheap.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's like $2.99 max probably for a 355. So a bomber would be like $7, six something.
Wow.
I paid $16 for it.
I know. That's why I'm saying if you were paying the prices that I was paying, I know Raining on Your Parade kept on talking about $7.99, $7.50, which is probably similar to what the guys in Ontario didn't get fucked really because you look at the exchange rate. I think it was what $11 for them for the bomber or for the 750. That's probably more in line if you do the exchange rate, but yeah, you paying an extra $5 is absolutely ridiculous because that beer is nothing special from an availability standpoint. It's readily available everywhere that Oma Gang releases their stuff. It's like their flagship beer for the most part. So
Yeah, we had that size bottle of Three Philosophers here before, and it wasn't that expensive.
Oh, and Three Philosophers. Listen, I like Hennepin, but Three Philosophers is fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah,
and I once had the barrel-aged version at a beer fest, and oh my, that was so. It was just that beer was fantastic.
You know what? I was reading about how they do this. Their barrel aging thing. They have like a cellar somewhere underground.
Yep. They also have one of the best beer fests probably in the northeastern part of the beer.
Belgium comes to
Cooperstown. It's really expensive though. It's like $150 for a ticket, but you get to like camp for the weekend and stuff. And I think you get entry to both days. It's pretty expensive though.
How about the chocolate indulgence? Are they still putting that out?
Oh, fucking Earth. Why do you got to bring up bad memories, man? Because that beer's amazing, and they don't. They had that. They had a couple other, like, chocolate beers, too. And, nope. They had like, a Valentine's gift pack. It was chocolate indulgence, and, I forgot the other two, but they were, like, all chocolate beers. And, man, they were so good. It was a bomber, $7.50 3-pack. It was, like, $30, which, pretty expensive, but it was worth it because the beers were great. But no, long story not short. No, I don't think they do. I haven't seen it on the shelves in a long time. But yeah, I was disappointed I missed that because that is like probably my favorite saison or kind of saison. Like it's Belgian style saison, I guess. It's not
I did really enjoy it. It was the only thing other question is like, have you had many of their other beers? Because I'm kind of curious about, because we also got Nomagang when that came in.
I mean, if you like Belgian style beers, I think they do a lot of them quite well. The thing is that they do a lot of classic stuff. I mean, they do a lot of interesting beers, especially with the Game of Thrones stuff. They've tried some stuff lately, and like Earth saying about chocolate indulgence, they've had a lot of specialty. They're doing more barrel aging, but a lot of their classic beers, I think, are very well made. And if you like Belgian style beers, then I mean, you could do much worse than Ommegang.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely, I really wish I didn't have to pay $16 for Hennepin, but I'm glad I tried it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, we also got, for the same price, we also got Nomagang. And I'm really curious about Nomagang now because it's an Ommegang beer brewed the same yeast they make to use Le Chouffe.
Yeah.
And I like Le Chouffe. So
Well, then you answered your own question. I mean, it's...
But what do I do? I really want to spend $16 on it.
Do you want to try it once? Then yeah, it's worth it. A lot of people, listen, a lot of people, when you're talking about beers you want to try or are curious about, and you put price in there, as long as it isn't absolutely ridiculous. Like $16, yeah, for a $7.50, okay, that's a bit pricey. But I paid $35 for beers that were 12.7 ounces, right? It's $3.75s before that I've really wanted to try. One time, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it one time if you really want to try the beer. Outside of that, are you going to rebuy it even if it's great? Probably not, because you're not going to go and buy another $16 beer that you already had. Maybe if it's amazing, you might. But if it's not, at least you can say, hey, I tried it and whatever.
Yeah, like, for example, Alexander Keith's Russian Imperial Stout Barrel Aged for $15. I am never paying that again.
So let's look at it like this.
It was okay.
You paid $15 for basically a macro barrel-aged stout, but you're not going to pay an extra $1 for an authentic Belgian-style beer from a great Belgian-style beer producer.
Seems almost like twisted logic there, Joe.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about the Alexander Keith's just because it's Alexander Keith's. I didn't expect it to be really good. And I'm like, the base beer really let that thing down because the bourbon barrel age was fantastic. You got tons of bourbon out of that beer. But it was a little thin in the body. So I'm just like, this is exactly what I expected from it. It's really the barrels that sing. You select the right barrels. Alexander Keith's has got all the money in the world they can use to select the right barrels, but you put a shitty stout in it, and it's going to be,
But it's not even just them. Like I can probably rattle off a bunch of different breweries that did that. When they started getting into the barrel aging game 5-6 years ago. It's nowadays, I think a lot of places, a lot of breweries do a good job at selecting the right beers or specifically crafting a beer to go into barrels. But so many, 5-6 years ago, they would just be like, hey, we have this, 7% stout and everyone likes it. Let's throw it in a barrel for 6 months and see what happens. And then they did. And then all it is barrel, and the base beer is lost because that 7% beer can't hold up to 6 months of being in a bourbon barrel. It just can't. You take on too much of the barrel characteristics, the base beer gets lost, it thins it out. So it seems like Moosehead pretty much did what a lot of craft breweries did, but 5 or 6 years ago.
Which one was that? Sorry.
Well, one of the examples, and Earth might remember, is Anderson Valley. They when they got exclusive deal for Wild Turkey barrels, they took their I forgot whatever the name of their base oatmeal stout was, and they just threw it in barrels. And the base oatmeal stout was like 6% or something. And they only threw them in the barrels for like 3 months, maybe 4. And I remember that being like one of the worst barrel aged beers I've ever had because it tasted like all barrel, and the base beer was non-existent. It was a thin, absolute mess. Over the years, they started changing it up and brewing beers to specifically go into those barrels and other barrels, and they kind of readied the ship. But it was like, you can't expect a 6% stout to go in any barrel for any amount of time and come out and be this like robust, awesome beer. It's just not going to happen.
What's that one? The Arker or something like that?
The first one, yeah. Now they have the huge Arker, and that was like,
Arker, yeah.
And I think that was the one that they actually ended up. I didn't have it, but a lot of people said it was much better than the prior release. The first one was called like, you remember the name of their just regular? Was it just was it Barney Flats oatmeal stout? Anderson Valley's just base oatmeal stout. You remember, Earth?
I think so.
And then they threw that into barrels. There was something like that, and I forgot what they renamed it, but they were like, oh, we got exclusive Wild Turkey barrels and blah blah blah, and then they did that, and everyone was like, why? Like, what? What are you doing?
Someone's cat in the background.
Yeah, I heard that too. It wasn't mine. For once.
Yeah, I got it. I got a cat. My daughter has a cat.
No problem. I'm just like, what the hell was that kind of thing?
Yeah, no, let it meow. I'm down. Whatever.
Yeah, those are cool.
Not bothering me at all.
Usually my cat does these deep, loud meows because he's old. He does them.
Well, you don't try grabbing that. Anyway.
Jesus, Nick, every time, man. Greg's not even here, bro. You can't.
I'm surprised
he's got to fill in for him.
Nobody does.
Greg's too cool to hang out with us tonight.
I'm gonna like.
So Nick, what do you get at Bourbon County? Just the regular one for up there. What are you paying for that?
Oh, he doesn't get Bourbon County.
Oh, Bourbon County. I don't get Bourbon County up here.
You can't get Bourbon County.
I wish I did. I would buy it. No.
Earth. You have to recognize that Lee lives in a beer wasteland, and then Nick is in like a slighter less beer wasteland, but still a wasteland of beer.
Not quite as far of a wasteland.
I'm one province over from Lee, and even here it's still wasteland. I would say that if it weren't for Lee, here would be beer wasteland.
Gee, thanks.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm
glad that somebody's the worst off.
So you got that going.
Well, see, the thing about Lee, though, and Lee, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure I am, because I always am. But
you're always wrong.
Lee lives in an area of Nova Scotia that the NSLCs there's limited distribution. If he lived closer to say Halifax or a bigger city, he would have access to private liquor stores and better NSLCs and actual breweries that sell stuff on site. So it's the actual location of Lee himself and not the entire province.
Yeah. In reality, my province is way better than Nick's. Nick can fuck off.
Well, that's true.
Well, you know what? That's not far from the truth, because, I mean, if you lived in Halifax, you'd be really well off. But the thing is, with Nova Scotia, it's really centralized around Halifax, and if you live way outside of Halifax, like Lee does, like 2 hours away, then the beer selection is not that great. Yeah. Where I'm at in New Brunswick, things are a bit more decentralized because we got 3 cities that are considered big around here. That neither one of them is bigger than Halifax, not even close. But we got Fredericton, Moncton, and St. John. I live in St. John, and the big stores, like the A-class stores for NB Liquor that carry everything, are in each city. So I have access to whatever comes into one of our bigger stores. But there's actually one in Fredericton that's like an experimental craft beer shop, where they bring in stuff from like the brewery or all kinds of other specialty brewers. But that's like an hour and a half away. I hardly ever get up there. But the whole idea is that
sounds like a logistics exception or something like that.
Yeah, like
are you guys on the extremes to where they're just?
I can get the best stuff that NB Liquor can bring in outside of what they bring into their specialty craft beer store up in Fredericton. But with Nova Scotia, the Halifax area, they have several craft beer like boutique shops. They'll bring in stuff from around the world because they're a big port city and they can get access to Lagunitas and all kinds of other.
Yeah, where's our Lagunitas examinations, brah?
Yeah, right. I wish I could get Lagunitas here. But what I'm trying to say is that it used to be that Halifax could get all the premium shit that we couldn't get around from around the world. Yeah. And New Brunswick's gotten a lot better than they had been in the last in the last 5 years. They've gotten really a lot better than what they were, to the point where overall NB Liquor is a bit better than NSLC is now. But overall, like if you can count in the all the boutique stores they have in Halifax, Halifax is way better for beer selection. But now, even then, we can't get stuff like we can't get Bourbon County or anything like that, or we can't get just about any important beer that you wanted to mention in the States. We can't get here. We'd have to go deep into Maine in order to find stuff.
He means deep.
Deep. Right, suck it, Dragon Dick.
Had to be Dragon Dick to
suck a Dragon Dick.
Well, that and then you start talking about like Ontario Earth in comparison. Like you and I probably can go within 20 minutes of our house, or like let's say a half an hour, and have access to thousands of different beers, right? Like we have bottle shops close by and whatever. Even in Ontario, who has some of the best distribution on the East Coast. As far as provinces go, I can't speak for out west because I know they have a lot of private stores out there, especially talking about West Coast Dan, who said he'd be back in a bit. He has access to a lot of cool beers. I mean, he just did Cycle Brewing's Rare Dose, which is like a beer that's in Florida that they don't get any distribution.
Alberta is a bit different from the rest of the provinces.
Yeah, but like
Alberta's liquor control board is completely privatized. Yeah. Whereas the Liquor Control Board of Alberta is just a rubber stamp committee that lets liquor stores bring in whatever they want, and then they can buy beer from wherever they want in the States.
Yep, and I mean
awesome that's compared to what we have here.
Yeah, some of the stuff.
All the liquor stores here are government controlled. All the liquor stores that we have here are government controlled. They're all part of the same franchise, and they all carry generally the same beer, which just sucks if you want variety.
I'm
just saying, it sucks if you want variety. It sucks.
No, but to finish the point about what I was saying, is like even Ontario, they have a booming scene. You have to go to a lot of different LCBOs, and breweries are spread out. Unless you live in like Toronto, you don't have access to a lot of stuff other than what's in the LCBO, and you're at the basically the government as Nick was saying, pretty much run shit, so they pick and choose. And the unfortunate thing, too, is the LCBO, and I can't speak for the NSLC, or what is it, the ANBL? Is that what it is? What is your store, Nick?
For New Brunswick? That's the ANBL, isn't it?
Yeah, ANBL, right?
Oh, now he doesn't want to
talk. Alcool NB Liquor. It's the bilingual...
Yeah, let's not go with the cool shit. That sounds weird.
It sounds really terrible. But
that's
like,
what it means. That's what it means. ANBL, cool NB Liquor.
Yeah, that's
Brunswick Liquor.
But
ANBL. Let's just keep it
basically because they're government run. Basically, they don't care about like freshness or anything. So you'll see a lot of these guys when they get fresh IPAs show up. Sometimes it's 3 months old, 4 months old, and it's just because they will sit in warehouses, like centralized warehouses, and they'll get them relatively fresh, and they won't send them out to the stores until
I don't
someone
think that
orders them.
Liquor is as bad as Ontario is, but I know we've gotten like IPAs from Ontario that are 2 months old already, like new on the shelf. Sometimes though, like for Collective Arts, like I bought a can of Rhyme and Reason tonight. It's only a month old.
Yeah, that's
like,
not
it
bad.
was actually less than a month old. It was for June 9th.
I do think a lot of that. A huge role is played by the breweries. Like Collective Arts seems to care. Like when Redbeard couldn't get his fucking thing, they were like, "What?" They like, they should. It's in the system. It should be on the shelves. Like there's certain breweries that seem to care, and when they send stuff out, they want it on the shelves or they want it cold so the hops don't fade, and other breweries just don't care. They're like happy to be in the LCBO, like, yeah, we're in the LCBO, you can purchase us, who cares if it's 4 months old?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, one thing I can get at the NSLC really fresh, I can get myself some Moosehead Blueberry Radler anytime I want. Get that shit right
so refreshing too, right? Oh my lord! What was that, a 3.75 out of 5, Nick?
Whoa, did he rate it that high?
I don't think I gave it that much.
I think it was a 3.5, maybe a 3.75. I might bet a 4. Making up numbers.
I didn't drink it yet.
I don't know. I really like the Blueberry Radler, but
Speaking of Blueberry Radler, the one you had, or that one that looked yesterday, whatever that sour was. Oh my god, it looked awesome. You said blueberries, but I looked on the thing. It said boysenberries. Was that like a different version, or did you mean boysenberries?
What said that? Untapped?
Yeah, Untapped said it was made with boysenberries, but you said blueberries. I don't know.
I did give it.
No, it's blueberries.
Nice,
but yeah, it definitely looked the part. It was good, but it wasn't blow your mind.
There's one of the most exciting things when drinking a beer that is a fruit beer and you get the color that it should be. It's like, yes, they used real stuff. The worst thing is drinking a fruit beer and it coming out and it just looks like a regular beer. It's like they didn't use real fruit. They had to use like the essence or some kind of artificial flavoring. It always disappoints me.
It reminds me of that McKellar beer, the one that's got the Pac-Man label. They did a collaboration, I think. And that one looks like pure grape juice. The color of it. Mm-hmm. Even the head is like a purple color.
Hey,
what's up, Nick?
I was just going to ask you, Joe. Is this the mini tripod that you bought?
Yeah, that's the one. $25.
The Manfrotto Pixie.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I was going to get one for myself. I was wondering if this is the right one.
To make it sound so girly, Nick. You could have just pointed. Is this one you got? You didn't have to fucking put Joe down like that.
What, that he likes Pixies?
You got the Pixie tripod, you fucking pussy.
You know what's actually... That thing was actually a really solid tripod.
Yeah.
I was surprised that it would actually... It's sturdy enough to handle this big beef.
Yeah, it did, man. You were like, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know either, but it's pretty heavy duty. And then you did it. It was fine, man.
Well, that thing is like solid magnesium.
It is. It's like, it's fucking... When you compare it to any other like mini tripod or, it's fucking heavy duty. I don't think the only thing I'd be worried about is maybe this busting, because you got to push it in to kind of move this around at the top. It's kind of rough,
but so.
Well, I was wondering, like, what is it going to hold the ball? Is it going to hold the ball socket sturdy enough that it won't fall over? But it did.
It did.
Dirty.
That was
so dirty.
Ball socket.
Go on, Nick. Go on.
You got to be worried that it's going to be stiff enough to hold it steady.
I picked up one of these for my phone. The Rode Smart Lav.
Ooh,
yeah.
So I'm gonna see how that works with my phone because it's. I tried it out with this old ass fucking lavalier mic that I had it's like 5 years old and it's really heavy duty. But I did a couple test reviews with it and they're just like test videos and man, lav mic sounds really nice. Even just on doing beer reviews, it's like I don't have to talk loud to project my voice. It's just
collar.
Yeah, I just put it like right here, and
then you just record with your phone and then mix it in post.
No, I didn't. You plug it right. So this works with your phone, and it plugs right into the headset of your phone, and it comes out beautiful. Like the sound is beautiful. Like I can't believe it's that easy.
Yeah, like you take the video feed. Are you talking when you're recording with your phone?
Yeah.
So you're recording with your phone. You got the cable from the lab plugged into it.
Yeah, and it sounds awesome. Yeah,
nice.
It's that I didn't know that was like you could do that, and I got like the S8, and I'm like, oh, this actually sounds really good. I can't believe it.
Oh, I got the S9 Plus.
Nice. Ooh. Have you tried any reviews or anything with it?
I haven't done any kind of videoing with it yet. No.
One thing that does upset me because I like 60 frames per second. Not that it matters, right? Because it's just beer reviews, but I like to try to keep it consistent. Is that both that one, the S9 and the S8, 10 minutes max. Video length.
Oh, really? That's not cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a huge difference, 60 frames to 30. Like when you're like, unless you're really looking for it, it's not going to be a huge thing. Like the average person's not going to care. But
I care.
Yeah, and so do I a little bit. So it's kind of disappointing, but whatever. All my reviews are kind of like under 10 minutes now, and I can do it in 10 minutes now. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Usually, well, actually, generally, I try to keep before the break happens kind of thing. Under 10 minutes, so I might be. I haven't tried it yet. I still want to try one of it just to see how it looks. Because this thing has some fucking. The camera on this thing is really, really good.
Even the S8 one is nice. Like I was surprised at how I did test reviews, put them on my computer, and I was like, holy shit, this looks awesome. Like I can't. Like, it's crazy what a phone can do. I don't understand. The life we live nowadays.
Paul's in the chat.
What were you going to say, though, Nick?
Todd and Paul.
Oh, Mr. Paul.
Hello. PA Brew News. I will not call you by your real name.
I may or may not have sent him a link.
He said, can you keep them under 1 second from now? I could just keep them off of YouTube. Then we're all happy, right?
PA Beer Brew News forecast channel.
Show. He had a video up the other day there where he went to that arcade. Sounded pretty cool, like a good time.
I saw that. I didn't watch that yet, but I saw it. I was
with his daughters. They were enjoying themselves, and he was quite excited.
I noticed they saw a Joust console in the thumbnail. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was.
Nothing like flying around on birds with big sticks, baby. Trying to knock the other guy off.
Never knew an ostrich could fly with a human on board.
Right, the ostrich bird.
He's at the works at the moment. You mean he's at work? Hopefully, like that.
He's
sitting here watching us because he's bored. Then
he's gotta wait for his boss to leave. Supervisor.
I remember at his old his old job, he would just. It was basically like 80% him talking on Hangouts and 20% actually working.
Yeah, it's amazing he kept it as long as he did.
Yeah, and he could have kept it longer, but he was just like, "Fuck these guys, dicks." Yeah, what's up, Todd? What's up?
Beast.
What's that?
Reminds me of Golden Axe.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
He didn't put anybody in charge. Oh my god.
Altered beast, rise from your grave.
How long did you stay there, Paul? Because you said it was like so much for an hour and then every extra half an hour. How long did you end up staying the entire time? Like 4 hours, baby. You paying all the monies? All of them. Every single one.
Every single one.
Baby, everything. And did you pick up any stinky cheese, baby?
Must have been exciting.
Some of that gorgonzola.
Some of that gorgonzola.
Baby, some of that gorgonzola.
At least some
Limburger.
Maybe some smoked Gouda, baby, yeah.
Maybe some Camembert.
Oh, yeah, baby. Maybe some creamy brie, baby. What you got going on, Paul?
Smoked Gouda's not really that thinky, baby.
Oh, but it's not stinky, but it's smoked, baby. That's what it is.
I was get some of that there French maggot cheese, baby. The cheese with the maggots in it.
Oh, yeah, fuck that stuff, man. Fuck that cheese.
Yo, that does not sound like stinky cheese. It sounds gross is what it does.
Lots of protein in it.
Listen, Jack, you don't know about them stinky cheeses.
That cheese is like straight up illegal in some countries.
That's right, because it's like toxic. You know, you eat so much, you could die, baby.
Oh, man, it's crazy shit.
It's eating cheese with maggots in it, baby.
Oh, fucking
the first they did. He did spice pepper jack and ranch mazola curds, baby.
Oh,
cost him $30 to beat Altered Beast.
Oh, baby, yeah, spice pepper jack, baby, and ranch. Oh,
no, I assume he gave all the really bad cheese to his daughter because his daughter was sick the other night.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Italian maggot cheese, baby. Yeah.
Italian maggot cheese.
This is Italian maggot cheese.
Baby, let me type that into the Google machine, baby, and see what it tells me.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, it comes up. Italian maggot cheese, baby.
There you go. French, Italian, weird words, baby.
It says it is literally rotten / putrid cheese.
Yes.
It's gross.
The delicacy.
That shit, that's gross.
As
so nasty.
Oh, that is disgusting. Like, why again? Why is this a thing? Like, what happened here?
So
weird. Kings and queens, baby.
Not live saints, dead saints.
Yeah, dead saints, baby, live saints.
Dead beard saints, yeah. Get some geese from the blind
dead geese, baby.
Templar Nights with the beards.
Shit is gross.
That live yeast that's dead, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We get the yeast out of Ric Flair's jockstrap, baby. Make some cheese with it.
Please. Oh, man. Come on.
Some of that from under cheese, baby.
Baby, after he goes an hour long with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Daddy.
Think all the yeast strains in Ric Flair's jockstrap, baby, after all the women he's been with.
Oh, baby, you could make all kinds of beer, baby. Beer, stinky cheeses, doesn't matter.
From baby doll to the cheap slut down the hall, baby. He's had them all. Space Mountain.
Space Mountain, indeed. I just can't believe the man's still alive.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Earth, you were. How much did those? Did that cherry Upland sour cost you? But the sours from Upland in general in your area.
The cherry one, that's $7.50. They wanted $22-23 for that.
Jesus, yeah, that's what I'm thinking around here.
And the regular 500 mils, I think, are around 12 to 15, depending on what it is.
Not bad. The cherry one sounded fantastic. Like I know they're known for their sours, but I haven't really picked any up because it's just expensive, baby. Plus, I don't think we got.
For me, right now, they're leading the sour game. I've been digging what they've been putting out.
Well, how do you compare them to like what Cascade does? Like, is it enamel ripping sour, or is it like a better balance?
No, it's not enamel ripping. Not all of them, but just the flavors to me are more impressive.
Nice. I'll have to grab one if I see them because, like I said, they started showing up like 6 months, 8 months ago. I haven't seen them recently, but I wanted to say the cherry one didn't show up. I think there was like a pineapple one that showed up at some point. I want to say, but I don't know. I know they make a whole bunch, and I know they used to have like a whole lottery thing that they used to do. I'd imagine they still do for some of their special releases. So, always heard good things as well.
I think they just released another one too. I don't remember what it is. I haven't been disappointed yet by it, so pricey, but they're all good.
Yeah. As far as new beers that came out, Southern Tier came out with another one of their. Excuse me. What?
By the way, hey Chris, get in here, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, stop being yourself, buddy. Southern Tier came out with a cherry cordial, part of their Blackwater series. So maybe I like the cherry cordials, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Popping into cherry, don't you?
You get any
My
of the
local brewery down here? They made a cordial stout. That was pretty good.
Yeah, cherry chocolate, you can rarely go wrong. I think most of the time, unless the cherry comes out like artificial cough syrup tasting. Then
bourbon barrel aged, the cordial cherry, and there's a bunch of other stuff they had, and it was pretty damn good.
Damn it! I want a beer. Damn it! Right now, I want a beer right now. I can't.
Do it.
What, are you on a diet?
Yes, I am.
I know. All right.
So far, I'm down 12 pounds in 3 weeks, so not bad. It's not too bad. It's actually.
No, that's pretty good.
Eating a lot healthier is the key thing, right? Like eating more fresh fruits, vegetables, leaner meats, not getting crazy, but at the same time, I've been allocating enough for a beer each day. Sometimes 2. It's rough when all of them are like Imperial IPAs, so I don't have any more of those really to drink. So I'm happy about that. Paul said
I wouldn't be able to do that.
I know it's tough.
Paul said have the self-restraint.
Babies.
I typically don't, but
babies?
Whoa, Nick. That's not what we're talking about. Not what we're Paul is in the comments though. That might be what he's.
That's why I was talking about.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say eat babies otherwise.
Yeah, come on, Greg. So Paul,
Greg,
it's not fresh babies. You have to eat like actually unborn fetuses.
Greg says that he'll be on in a sexton.
Oh wow! Well, that might just mean he might be doing something else. Like he might have ran into Ashley at a sex club instead of coming here. But yeah, if you've seen the South Park episode where Christopher Reeve gained his use of his legs and arms back after eating fetuses for their stem cells.
Good episode. Great episode. Fucking Hackman. Hackman. So good.
Paul says he needs to get through all of his PA stout reviews to help lose weight. I don't know how drinking more beer is going to help you lose weight. But like that sounds like
if it's all you eat, if it's all you drink or eat at that PA, like drinking stouts, sure.
That might be it. Yeah, if you're doing like a monk fasting regime.
I just come back into the game stronger than ever. Gain it all back.
Well, I'm going to jump off and see if there's anything on Netflix to watch. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah, so good night, all you
Netflix.
You fascists. And,
takes one to know one.
Keep up your dreams of starting up your new brown shirts there, Nick, and your Fifth Reich you're trying to start in Canada. Good luck to you. I think I have Jordan's contact information if you need to get a hold of him.
Yeah. What's the postal code for Northern Alberta?
He'll be your new Himmler. He'll be good stuff.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so good night, gentlemen, and all that stuff. Bye-bye.
Cheers, man.
Have a good one.
Night, racist.
Nice.
Anyway, so we're down a person, but I think Greg might be coming on here in a moment.
Yay.
Yes, much of the yay.
And Joe went quiet too. Maybe he's cheating on his diet and doesn't want us to see it.
Maybe.
I wish that was the case. Instead, my cat threw up, so kind of not the same thing. Yeah, no big deal.
No.
Are you eating those Doritos again, or what are those? What are you eating?
Munchies.
Oh, munchies. I saw the steak ones, the grilled steak ones, or whatever you guys get in Canada.
I threw those out. Those are fucking gross.
Are they?
Yeah, I don't want to try them at all. I have no interest at all. Blue steak, like what the fuck is that?
They're just blue tortilla, right?
Well, I don't know if they're blue tortilla, but they taste like. You remember those like the grilled or the steak flavored Ruffles they had a couple of years ago?
I don't.
Yeah, I do remember those.
Yeah, they're gross. Oh, look here. Greg's here. He's not even doing the beer patrol.
I know I'd get beer patrol. Beer patrol. Woo, woo, woo. It's the beer patrol. Yeah, we're on chat with the beer patrol. What's going on, motherfuckers?
Nick, to answer your question, Greg, nope. No uniform. Just letting you know now.
I'm going to continue bullying you until I get the uniform.
You're never going to get one, so I'm sorry, I guess. I'm not really sorry.
That's going to happen.
What does this so-called uniform even look like?
He's the beer patrol. He has to have a police uniform.
Only Greg thinks that, and that's because he's an idiot. But it's never happened to Greg. Never happened.
It's going to happen. Hey, I can just copy and paste that comment every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, what I could do is just stop replying to it, and then you don't get any satisfaction. It seems.
Joe, that's okay. It'll be like mess. Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
here's the proper uniform right here. It's the slutty cop uniform. Like,
yo, no. Yeah.
Well, we know why you're trying to lose weight right now.
Yeah, for that uniform. That's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Joe, if
it's supposed to be a surprise, Nick.
If you quit replying, it'll just be like sending my wife or any other woman I'm trying to pursue a message. They just never reply to me, so I'm pretty much used to it.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Then I guess that's what we'll do. Good times.
But then you won't fulfill your promise that you made in your first video that you're going to reply to all messages.
Yeah, I can break that promise if it's you. Like, I could totally do that. I'd live with myself.
What happened
Maybe
to
you'll
Lee?
see a
Lee was
uniform
on
when he
here
gets
for a
to
while.
1,000 subs.
I think there'll be a Halloween episode where he'll do a uniform.
Well, you said when I get to 1,000 subs. I'm not going to get to 1,000 subs. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm gonna make like 1,000 fake accounts. How many away are you for 1,000?
I had like 800 and something. I don't know.
All right, we're making 800 fake accounts.
I mean, that's on you. I don't want to Greg anybody, but not you, Greg, but the other Greg.
I gotta start making fake accounts and subscribe them all to Joe.
All the super chats can go to the funds of the uniform.
Yeah, now if you want to super chat me so I can get a uniform, I'm on board. It won't go to the uniform, but I'll take your super chat, and then Google will take like 30% of that super chat. What's that?
Why are there cats all over the place?
Probably because you have cats.
I know, but there's two of them, and they're both bugging me. They're both around me, and then the dog's over there.
That's what
the dog's over there with her toy. She brought her toy out and then ripped its head off. You probably can't see; it's too dark.
I wanted to go back on a little bit more about the slutty cop uniform, and look at this one. There's a scene that you won't unsee.
That's
Mitt Romney. Why are you doing this?
Mitt Romney.
That's a Joe uniform.
Oh shit! Oh god, that's terrible. You need soap to wash that out of your mind right now.
You need more than that.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Some lead and some gunpowder.
B.A. Bruno says, if we form the village people, not sure if I will be the gay Indian or the gay cowboy.
Why would we be forming at all?
Why not, Joe? Are you racist? Do you not like the village people?
No, I'm just saying, why would we be forming it? That's just a simple question, Greg. Can you tell us why we'd be forming it?
Because it's the right thing to do. There's enough of us. Is there 5 of us in here? I'm not looking at the chat right now, so I don't know. But
I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say no.
Yeah, there's 5 of us.
Wrong.
I mean, Nick and Dan are basically the same person, but otherwise, it's like there's 4 of us at least. We get Paul in here. It's all good.
What happened to Lee? Lee left, huh? I didn't even notice that. So we just replaced Lee with Greg. Oh my, that's
not exactly a fair trade, but
well, didn't you guys replace Ewart with Joe?
Yeah, that's a way better.
See, that was an upsell.
Yeah.
Admittedly, that is a pretty good trade.
I mean, Greg, I say this from my heart, but I'd rather have you in this chat than Ewart.
I would rather have Dr. Dave in this chat than Ewart. Dr. Dave
even P.A. Bruno says Lee.
Yeah, Lee greater
than Greg.
And he is.
Well, Lee's pretty good, but he's not Mr. He might be Mr. Right, but he's not Mr. Right now.
I see what you did there. Don't ever do it again.
Ooh, not bad.
That's my specialty. I don't have to be the best guy in the room. I just have to be the only guy in the room currently.
What the fuck? Why did you invite him, Nick? Oh, that's right. You posted a link for everybody. All right.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Well, we know Agnes is nowhere to be found because Jamie isn't here, so.
She's over there sitting on the couch minding her own business. I was going to get drunk with her, but then she's like, I'm too grumpy tonight.
You know what that means? Get the fuck away from me, Greg. I wish we could do the same. We apparently can't. So.
You could, but do you really want to?
Yes. Yeah.
Because otherwise,
drinking anything, Greg?
Yeah, I'm having an Amsterdam Double Tempest 2017.
Jesus. How's it drinking right now?
Actually, quite good. It's much better than the last one I had. I think a little bit of age did it some good.
Cool.
I have a few of them in the fridge. I'm trying to dwindle my stock a little bit, so I have a few of them in the fridge. So, drinking the 17 tonight, and perhaps another one another night. Happy Canada Day, motherfuckers.
Where do you even keep your cellared beers? Like, you don't have... I know you got a whole bunch of, like, old bottles of Double Tempest, but your place isn't that big.
Yes, but my parents' place is pretty big.
Oh, all right.
And their cellar is particularly large.
How much is that? How much is that Double Tempest?
This year, I believe they were $17 a bottle.
Oh.
That's a little pricey.
That's a $7.50.
How much were they in previous years?
$6.50, I believe. But you know, they claim it's 12% alcohol, but supposedly it's higher than that. I don't know. It's pretty worth it. This is probably the worst year they've had of it, but it's still a really solid beer. I believe previous years they were 14 or 15 a bottle. I can't quite remember. So they have upped it a little bit, but whatever. It's still, to me, it's still one of the beers that's worth the price. The big problem with it nowadays is it's very thin. Like, if you ever watched the Albino Rhino review from a few years back, where we reviewed the 2014 Double Tempest, I believe
Who'd you say? Who reviewed?
The Albino Rhino beer review. You know, Chad.
No, I don't know who that is.
What is this you speak of? This unknown, never heard of before beer tuber. Who
is it? Is he a UK beer tuber? I don't.
I believe he's from Welland. I believe he's from Welland, and he's known very well.
Welland sounds like a place. Welland sounds like a town in the UK.
Yeah, it does sound like a town in the UK.
Apparently, he's known very well on the Tinder Welland dating scene, where he's very known to hit up on women who are already pregnant and love Jesus.
So him and Peter are on Tinder in Welland in the UK?
I believe that is 100% correct, yes.
There you go. Okay, just confirming here.
Yeah, so if you
anyway, your story finished. Was it 2014? You said.
Well, we reviewed the 2014 Double Tempest. Joe was there.
Mm-hmm.
Nick was there.
And it won the night.
No, nobody else was there from this chat other than me, of course. And Paul was the first one to say this is not thin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, 2017, it's a little thin.
And that took down KBS. And again, this is 2015. I think we did the review. So you're talking.
Yeah.
In
so
2014.
It was 2014. And it was approximately 6 months old at the time.
Yeah, so we did it about a little bit over 3 years ago. So still, when you're talking about Bourbon County and KBS and stuff, people enjoyed them and didn't shit on them because whatever.
They were all great, and it kind of wiped the floor with them.
Well, Bring Out Your Dead too from Bellwoods was in there, and we had
that was a bad year of Bring Out Your Dead though. So that wasn't like this year's Bring Out Your Dead. Even though we kind of reviewed it off camera right at the end, I think people really liked it, but it got kind of pushed to the end where people were just like, whatever, it's good.
I was really surprised at the beer that Guy brought from Tooth and Nail, that Forta Somo or something. Dude, that was an awesome beer. I never even heard of Tooth and Nail until Guy started mentioning, but I'd like to try more stuff from them.
I don't recall that beer, although I'm sure I probably untapped it.
It was Tooth and Nail. It was like Fort ISSIMMO.
Fortissimo. That's what it was.
Oh, Fortissimo. Yeah, okay. I remember that being a good beer.
That was damn good. Yeah. I forget what I gave it.
I gave it like a 4.5. Rat Queen.
Yeah, Barrel Aged Rat Queen.
Rat Queen was the beer of the night for me.
The Decadent Ales. Have you seen any more of those, Earth? Any more
sounds good.
Earth, any more of those Decadent Ales show up in your area?
The only one that came was that Pognog.
Oh, okay.
The other one.
You didn't get the toasted marshmallow one, did you?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh man, we had that one late in the I think it was off camera after we shut it down, and dude, that was fucking killer. That was an amazing beer. I'm not sure it tasted like an IPA, but it sure as shit tasted like coconut and marshmallow and everything. Fantastic.
It was like that maple one. The maple one had absolutely no IPA.
No, it was like maple.
But it was
syrup.
pure maple. It was pretty awesome for that.
Yeah, I remember reviewing it and being like, yo, this is great for like taste wise, but it's not an IPA at all. Like not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
I'm pretty sure they just threw that in there so people would buy it because it says IPA on it.
Yeah, the whole the acronym. being
hashtag proper glassware.
I mentioned that in like the other half reviews, right? That I would do like the whole DDH, right, acronym going nuts. It used to be not now for like if you get DDH double dry hopped into the name somehow, people's eyes get big. It's like, oh, it's double dry hop twice. Oh my god, 2 dry hoppings. It's like settle down. Most places do it. Please don't say.
PA Brew News says Nong No Dark Horizon 5th edition was and I'll agree that was. I think I'm agreeing. I gave that one a 4.5.
I liked it, but it was a bit too, for me personally, a bit too like shower. Like it was just very smoky and showery for me.
Oh man,
it was good though. It was good.
I definitely got to get that then.
Yeah, you need to get if that's your jam there, Earth. Then yeah, Nognao's Dark Horizon.
The Nogno stuff here, man. They want like, I think it's like $47 for one of those things.
Yeah,
that's why I keep passing it up.
Yeah, no, that's good reason. I have the first edition of that beer, and I don't want to drink it because I feel like I shouldn't. I think like 1,000 bottles came to the U.S. back when they released it in like the middle of 2000. It was like 2007, and the one bottle shop guy here, I brought him some beers like when I went on a beercation, and he's like, "Oh, I'll take next time you come in, I'll hit you up with a couple beers." And he gave me the first edition from Nogno. I'm like, what? Like, why are you giving me this? He's like, oh, they came in and I got like a half a case. So I'm like, this is cool, but I don't know. It's such a small bottle too. Like, what was the bottle that we drank, Nick? Do you remember? Or even Paul in the comments, was it like a 500 ml or was it? I don't remember the size because the one I have, I think is like 375. It's a small bottle.
I can look it up. I'm pretty sure I took a photo. I think it was like a 500 ml.
Yeah. I think they got bigger as time went along, and the first couple releases were small.
That's what she said.
I was waiting for Nick. Greg's here.
That is what she said.
There he is. Okay. Fantastic. Everyone's happy.
That's what she said.
So happy.
Together.
I can't justify the price for a bar even at that size.
No, there's limits to stuff. I was telling Nick earlier about like to try it once. You're willing to pay stuff, but like I don't know what my limit would be, but $47 for that would probably be.
There's the Nogno.
Yeah, that's a 500.
That's like a 500.
Or maybe that might even be a 650, but probably a 500.
I've done 35 for a bomber, but
yeah, Rod's pissed now. Rod's pissed. He says, hello, gents. No invite. WTF. Sorry, Rod. This is all on Nick.
You were on Multiple Montreal's chat all night.
That's true.
We had a chat?
He's probably... Rod can come in now, probably, if you want to.
I'm going to send it to I'm going to send it to Eric.
Just for that. I'm sending an invite. Send one to Eric.
Just for that.
Eric, Rod, and Todd. All three.
I just sent one to Rod, but yeah, invite Eric and Todd.
They are cool, yo. Yeah, no, I do agree with you though, Earth. I do. It's I don't know. There's so much good beer now. I don't feel compelled if I see something if it's expensive to buy. Is the way I look.
That's definitely Nogno is definitely one I've been wanting to dig into for a long time though.
Have you had any of their stuff, or I
haven't had any of them.
Wow. Yeah, the Dark Horizons. Also, Paul said, like, what did he say in the comments? He said something. Eternal Rest is even better. I don't think I've seen the Eternal Rest. So, Redbeard, are you yawning over there?
I'm getting mildly tired, possibly.
Yeah, it's 12:43 in the morning, bro. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, it's not even that late.
I got up earlier than I wanted to today, and I didn't wake up goddamn day, and yeah.
I've been up since 8 in the morning.
I thought your bedtime was 6 in the morning.
Yeah, what happened? No, liar.
Oh, burn in hell, all of you.
Not cool.
Burn now.
Fuck you too.
At least we have souls, okay?
Yeah, I have souls. I have stolen souls.
Yeah,
I've stolen them, so I claim them as mine.
Listen, none of us are saying you're a pussy, but if a baby pops out of you, we wouldn't be that surprised.
Whoa. Oh. It's a bit much, but I'm on board.
Asshole. My God. Fine. I'll go get another beer then.
I mean, we're not forcing you. Speaking of a bit much.
Yeah, go get him another beer.
goddamn peer
Yeah,
pressure.
Rod's here.
Rod J, all right.
What's up,
I'm gonna bring a
Rod?
little class to this
Here.
ass.
Thanks for joining us straight out of Malton and Montreal's chat.
I am fucking buzzed right now. I'll tell you that.
Wow, what did you do? What happened?
I hope you scrubbed yourself clean.
Little Jameson Cask Makes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Samuel Adams IPA, because on the card it tells you, hey, to enjoy on the rocks with a little IPA. They're encouraging double fisting on the alcohol. So who am I to disagree? Who am I to disagree?
My God. Yeah, this is the most exciting attack we have ever seen.
What is this like?
In the butt.
Rod J.
Ric
Doppelganger
Flair
join us
excited.
right now.
I'm like Ric Flair.
There you go, right there. Rod J. Flair Ventures going on over here.
There you go. I like that, Redbeard. I like that. Ric Flair.
No,
Rod Flair.
Ric Flair J.
Rod Flair, Ric Flair. I'm a little buzzed right now.
You definitely are.
Nothing
Holy
to
shit.
drunk guy on Maxwell Star's channel night though.
This is awesome. I have never seen Rod J.
No, congratulations, you're finally the drunkest one here.
Yeah, this
I
is
am not drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm buzzed. I'm not drunk.
Buzzed.
Let's get it right.
Hold my
Let's get it right.
You know what? Breathalyzer might disagree with you. I'm just gonna put that. Might disagree.
I'm a 6'1", 325-pound black man. I'm good to go. I'm ready to rock and roll, baby.
I don't think I've ever seen Rod this animated.
no.
That's
That's how you can tell he's buzzed.
I've been spending all night tonight with Canadians. I'm like,
Like I
you
said,
know what?
I was tired.
I'm
I was
moving to
like, bow
Canada.
out. I'm happy you didn't. I'm very
I
happy.
may move to Canada at some point, so I'm like making good friends. I like that.
I'm just shocked that we found out you're black.
Really? Hey, Greg.
Spoiler.
Greg, he's had his camera on
Whatever
the whole
happened with
time.
that travel accident? That travel accident in front of your house. I'm like, did they ever get it sorted out, or like what was going on there?
I'm pretty sure the tow trucks took him away, and then it was okay.
I watched some of that stream. It was pretty fantastic.
Actually, well, you guys couldn't see in the camera, but I'm pretty sure that may have actually been racial violence because it was a white guy hit a black guy. So.
Oh shit! God
I thought that
damn it.
doesn't happen.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, it seems
That
a
doesn't
little.
happen.
Well, at least it wasn't ginger. Because if it was ginger, it'd be a lot
That's
worse.
true. That would have been very impressed.
There
Very
it
impressed.
goes. There it goes. Thank you. guys.
Like it'd be like a ginger justice warrior.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Oh,
Say
so
no to
impressed.
ginger violence. Say no to ginger violence.
You guys have no
Hashtag
idea.
No ginger violence.
What does Carrie rhyme with? Yeah, we
Got
know.
that,
we
that
know.
ginger
We know.
civil rights
Very-
movement going on.
We know.
oh.
And to Joe, I'm a little disappointed. Your other half week looking good. I don't have any other half beers. So
Oh, no.
Yeah. Me, I don't have any more either. Rod said even.
and Joe's like, send me some Man Tree beers. Like, send me some other half beers. We can work it out here.
Yeah, no. Next time, if I could get the Trillium and Treehouse, the next time, yeah, I'll try to do other half. But you guys already had other half. But if you'd rather have that than Treehouse and Trillium, we can make that happen.
I can have either. I'm good to go, but other half was pretty decent. But
No, I will say this though. I really enjoyed reviewing all the other half beers and like the entire week. But after I did the initial week, the 8 beers, and I had the 4 left over, I was kind of like IPA'd out at that point. I'm like, all of these are imperial IPAs. A lot of them have lactose and oats and honey, and I'm just like, after the 8th one, I was just like, yo. Like I'm out.
have you done Todd?
Too much of a good thing.
Todd? Have you done
Joe,
Todd
have you ever
for
heard of
50
first world
yet?
problems?
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
first
right
one.
there. Right there. There you go.
Yeah. I have not done his unboxing. It's sitting there in my fridge.
Okay.
I still have to do it. I didn't look at your or Eric's videos because I know what he's sending, but I don't know if he sent anything else. So I'll be kind of surprised.
I was happy when they unboxed it. I'm just saying, I was happy to see
Yeah,
that.
no, I know the 450 North stuff that he showed us. I'm pumped for those big time.
Yeah, and apparently his wife Shannon may be doing this for the next Beer Flow show because
Oh, really?
she's kind of like, it was funny because she was trolling him in his house. So I'm like, your wife is trolling you in your own house. What are you gonna do about that?
Yo, that's co-signed. That's co-signed. I'm on board for that. Paul says, and this is for Greg especially, he goes, I was surprised Greg wasn't black and didn't have a megaphone taped to his face. Is that the first time you met him?
Oh, man.
And to Paul's comment, I am not drunk. I am buzzed. I'm not drunk. I am buzzed.
I mean, they're kind of slightly different, kind of similar, but this is the most animated we've seen Rod ever. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he's happy.
How much damage did you do to that bottle, Rod?
Yeah, that's the question.
You know what? I'm starting to wonder because I got cast makes, right? And I'm like, here's the level. I don't know if you can see it. It's like more than halfway through the bottle. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Did it start full?
Did it start full?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's probably a good and bad thing.
I'm not Darwin. I start with a full. I don't start like halfway.
What are your shit face? I mean, your buzz tonight.
That's fantastic.
I'm buzzed, Nick. I'm not shit face.
Buzzed, yes, shit face.
He's holding that bottle like he loves it.
But let me ask you, though. Like, I've had the cast makes. Have you guys had this?
Mm-mm.
Oh, God, no.
I haven't had the IPA one.
So, it's supposed to be the IPA edition. I felt nothing like IPA for this at all. But I heard the Stout was a better edition. But it's like, it's just fucking whiskey. You put it in an IPA barrel, so what? It's still fucking whiskey.
I've had the IPA, the whiskey one, or sorry, the Stout one, but I haven't had the.
Change it up now. Like they do all these beers aged in whiskey barrels. They're like, "Ooh, let's age some whiskey in some beer barrels now." And
right.
It's probably not going to get quite the same effect. Yeah,
it's like the whiskey was overpowering. So they say on the card here, which I do like that Jameson actually encourages double fisting. So they say drink it on ice or drink it on ice with an IPA.
Not responsible.
You're supposed to get like light hops, fresh citrus, and floral notes. I got none of that. I feel like they just fucking ran a game on people. And my review will mention that. Like, you just put whiskey in a bottle and you fucking made up shit. But, go ahead.
So basically,
what IPA are you drinking?
Yeah.
What IPA are you drinking?
You said Sam Adams.
Sam Adams IPA.
Oh,
the New England style one, right?
Yeah. $8.99, maybe a 4-pack. I'm about to go get another one.
Okay.
See, I think the thing Rod's not telling us is that not only was the bottle half full when he started, but there was also 2 bottles.
No, there was just one. It was just one.
He also didn't tell us about the entire 4-pack of Sam Adams that he also consumed. They said have one with it, Rod, not the entire 4-pack.
I got nothing. I mean, I'm a big guy. I got nothing. I mean, maybe a little guy.
4-pack
like,
of Jameson for $14.99.
I'm looking through the panel. Like maybe Greg might be a little guy enough.
I'm not really a little guy. But...
No,
Red Beard's small.
Red Beard maybe. Yeah, Red Beard. Maybe.
I'm probably the lightest weight of the panel. I'm 175.
Yeah, we'd have you in a bantamweight.
Yeah, we take shits bigger than you.
There you go. Yeah, there you
maybe go. Red Beard might be a little hammered by it, but
whiskey. Just I wouldn't be on the chat. Like you, the chat would be me off camera, just like dying off camera. That's what it would be. That's what would be happening right now.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I was on Mountain of Montreal, and that was pretty good. So,
you guys had some up to 30 or so viewers at one point. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I gained 12 subscribers off the show, so that was good. So
nice.
Yeah, I like going to Mountain of Montreal. It was a little different. I drank a little whiskey, talked a little beer.
It seemed like he's like we were talking before. He's an all right guy. He's an all right guy. He's gotten so mad at me in some live chats, like telling me to shut up and stuff. Where I'm just trying. All I want to do is finish my sentence, and he won't let me finish my sentence. There was one live chat where the two of us were having a yelling match. No, he's like, shut up! I'm like, no, I won't. Let me finish my sentence. It was so fucking funny. No, I don't know. He's a nice guy. He's a cool guy. I like him.
But that was silence there. Nobody had anything to follow up at all.
I mean, no, that was it, man.
It's a great story.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was processing that one.
The Fast and the Furious.
So I'm wondering, I've got a segment Adam's IPA downstairs or an Antwerpen Stout. Which one do I go with?
Oh, Antwerpen Stout after having some Irish whiskey. Have yourself.
What kind of a stout now? What is the stout? What?
Antwerpen.
Guinness.
Oh, $1.99 a 4-pack.
Ah, fuck it. 50 cents a bottle.
Jesus Christ, $1.99.
I need to go back tomorrow and get more to clear them out. Yeah.
I don't care what it is. It's like $1.99 for 4.
What did he get to leave for like a minute?
Ron J. Deals, baby.
Yeah, just go get the fucking beer.
What was that? What was that for 4? What was it? The $1.99 for 4? What did you get?
For Antwerpen, it was a 4-pack for $1.99. They're selling them literally 50 cents a bottle.
You've never heard of Antwerpen Stout from Guinness?
If I could freaking get like Laker Ice for $2 a 4-pack, I'd buy it.
Yeah, Antwerpen is like the best beer behind like the Ford Extra Stout from Guinness. So it was $1.99 for a 4-pack.
Wait for our new government to kick in, Greg. You'll be getting something for $1.
Well, we're hoping. We're hoping Dougie Ford can help us out.
I was saying earlier, I don't know, I told people here, but I was saying, I think it would have been better to run the campaign on not the beer, but say I'm going to take $1 off the price of every beer out there. I would have liked that more myself.
Paul right now? Paul was back from Gettysburg.
He's at work tonight. He's at work.
Oh, okay. He said he got some rod deals finally, at least for PA standards. So that's good.
This might be old news or it might not be, but I don't know if anyone's aware that Guinness is opening their first U.S. brewery in Maryland. I don't know if anyone's
aware. Maryland, baby. Yeah,
really. How exciting!
Yep. That's actually very interesting. Be curious to see what they actually end up brewing here. Hopefully, it's not just the same stuff they're brewing over here. I imagine it's going to be new stuff, but.
The Baltimore brewery is designed to actually get more American brewers to drink their beer that are not like that persistent. So you have like the Irish like wheat, the Guinness wheat, and you have the Guinness blonde ale and some of the other Guinness beers. That's what they're going to produce.
Yeah, I hopefully they get good distribution. Like if they get out to everywhere, because if they do, I definitely want to try some of their stuff. But
they're going to have to do one better than the export stout.
Yeah. I just realized when I said that stuff,
stout's fantastic.
If they want to make it.
Yeah,
I am pretty buzzed.
I would say you're the lower side of drunk. Like you're not full on drunk, but you're approaching it. Like you're there. Almost there. You go get that Sam Adams IPA.
No. I'm going back right now to get me another beer, but Paul says you were talking. Paul says you were talking to Rod and Redbeard. Talking to Joe, I guess. Yeah.
Rod, I would say Rod is more on the. Rod is drunk. He's on the.
Oh, whoa! I'm not.
No.
Listen, don't disrespect the man like that, Redbeard.
He's in the party mode right now.
A breathalyzer would probably confirm what I'm saying right now, but not like he's like drunk, but not like hammered drunk.
Right, I'm not hammered drunk.
He's having a good time. Fucking, I'm
like Vegas drunk right now. Like
there you go, exactly. Yeah,
he's
right. Like
he's way more.
Rod is the most Rod I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's way more excitable and loud. He's basically like Greg when Greg's normally talking.
Wait a minute, Greg's hearing?
No. Greg in the chat. Not Greg Beerview. Not Greg Beerview. The opposite of Greg Beerview.
There you go.
References Greg's Beerview.
Wait.
Am I reviewing beers?
He's getting a beer. Rod, let's go see what's in the fridge today, baby. Come on, let's go see.
There's no date on this one.
Hey, Robert.
I put a date on the beer. Why is there no date?
Any good idea? Rod's on board right now.
Hey man, I'm all about those dates. I'm with him on that one.
Redbeard,
fucking dates on me. I'm with him.
Question: why no longer do you show us what's in your fridge?
Yeah, we'll see your fridge.
I could actually because the reason I stopped.
Rhetorical.
But my fridge is actually full enough now that I could go back to doing that again.
You don't want to do that. You just don't.
Joe wants to see what's in your pants.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's got nothing to do with beer.
No.
I'm going to say that everybody here has pretty much the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but no, that it does have the same thing as
not
different proportions and color. Right?
Way different. Way different.
Paul said I and him drunk could tear some shit up, and I'm like, you know what? It'd be like Godzilla rode in a city. You know, we're just gonna tear shit apart.
I feel like in that situation, if I was tagging along, I'd feel good because I'd be protected, and that would be Rod. But Rod would be protecting me from Paul, so there'd be some conflict there.
Well, yeah, Rod, how tall are you, Rod?
6'1".
So pretty much like my height. I think Paul's around that. Yeah. So we're all like.
Paul's like 6'2", 6'2.5".
Yeah, so
yeah.
Paul
we fuck some shit up. We would fuck some shit up for sure. Yeah.
You were gonna go get that.
Like when I raise my voice in my office, my real job, like people like start getting worried when I raise my voice. It's like
we're also getting worried because your voice is being raised as well. But this is party Rod, so it's a good thing.
I'm giving an example though. Yeah.
My wife's got worried because I'm talking louder to compensate for Rod. So.
That's just your normal voice, Greg. That's just your normal voice.
What's wrong with you, Greg? Rod's got me worked up. I don't know what's wrong with me.
We're having a shouting match, but we're really just talking loudly.
I'm gonna go get another beer.
I am too.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I can't. So
why can't you?
Because I'm on a diet, Rod. I'm trying to
fuck that shit. Fuck that
Joe,
shit.
I'm on
You know what you do? You do fucking 10 more minutes on the treadmill and you say, fuck it.
It's a lot more minutes for some of these Imperial Stouts. We're probably like 2 hours on the treadmill.
Nobody said you have to have an Imperial Stout.
I found your beer.
What other options are there? There's no other options.
I think it was just
New England IPAs.
And wake up tomorrow and do an hour on the treadmill. There you go.
Or just have sex and you're good to go.
Rod, go get that beer. Go get that.
Rod is making nothing but valid arguments over here, man.
Oh my God,
Rod. Are we still live?
An hour of sex.
Yeah, we're totally live. On a scale of 1 to live, we're here. And then we're live.
Scale of 1 to live. Nice.
Oh.
Shit! No, we're only on a 3. We're on a 3. We're not that live. Damn. Don't you fucking patronize me with your fucking goddamn bullshit laugh, asshole. Fucking bastard. I tell you, I was talking with Paul, I think last night about like the random new addiction I found: Grand Theft Auto 5 role playing.
I thought he was going to say heroin.
I've seen Arma's another game for PC that people do it in. But the Grand Theft Auto, I've seen some of that.
It's like you get into the game, you get into the right, I download a certain mod thing and all this shit, and get everything, and you get in, and you're playing like, and you're supposed to be like as if you're like a real, so follow the speed limits and don't be like an asshole. And there's actually most of the cops in the game are actual people playing the cops, so they'll like pull you over and shit. And like I was in the game.
Will they racially profile you if you're a ginger?
I don't know. Right? They never got a chance because I was like, there was a robbery happening, so I pulled my car over and I went to walk up and check it out. And some other guy pulled up in a car and he like hops out. I was like, "Hey, you okay, man? What's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" And he just like pulls out his gun, get in the fucking car. And maybe get in his car and give me all his money, and give him all my money, and he wanted me to take him to my house.
Did he make you give him a blowjob?
No, I told him that my house was. I told him my wife and child were there, and like I'm not taking you to my house. That's fucking horrible. I'm not gonna bring you to my house. Where I was trying to role play as it were, but it's actually just like. It's fun. It's weird and fun and just a whole different way to play the game kind of thing. It's kind of cool.
I have the feeling this is some sex thing you do on Saturday nights.
Well, no, because that's...
Well, no.
No, I've been doing this all my Saturday night pretty much. So, no.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, I would rather not be with you guys tonight, but things happened.
It's Saturday night. Okay, yeah, I got it, Greg, I got that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I had plans.
Mm-hmm.
Plans fell through.
You poor married bastard. I'm sure there's no way you'll ever be able to make up the things you're going to. You like, burn in hell, asshole.
Whoa.
Listen, you have no idea what it's like. I haven't had sex in 2 days. Do any of you guys know how bad that is?
Yeah, I'm gonna say like I don't know. Like I'm gonna say at least probably.
He's not. Don't answer the question.
I'm not trying to like. You know what I'm gonna say? At least.
Yeah, but you're used to it.
Fuck you.
You just don't need to answer. You don't need to answer, Redbeard. You're good.
God damn it.
Everything's all right.
Yeah, we're used to it. Greg's balls are about to explode.
I'm literally sweating right now, though it is kind of hot outside.
So, all right, so we're going to segue into Rod. Are you back yet? What beer do you have?
I am back with the Samuel Adams New England IPA.
Why didn't you get the Antwerpen Stout? You fucking liar! You liar! Get the Antwerpen Stout.
That's why I went with the Yeti. All that Guinness talk was making me thirsty.
Mix them half and half right now. Come on now, do it.
Rod,
I've got a yellow in a stellar.
Rod, you can still you can still double fist. Like you can still do that. So you just go get an Antwerpen Stout and drink it at the same time. Then you combine them like Redbeard said, and everything's fantastic.
It's the IPA as well.
Beer,
it's the IPA.
Motherfucking alchemy, yo.
I mean, you know. Why don't you pour some of the cask base into the IPA and see how that works?
I don't like what you're saying right now, Joe.
No, I think you should. For science, Rod, for science.
Oh, motherfucker. I'll be back in a second. God damn everything.
What happened?
Go on.
Redbeard, we're gonna need you to not cuss on
the
next channel. This is a
Redbeard's gonna go pound one out.
Maybe his cat's throwing up now. Who knows?
Went to Olive Garden for dinner over tonight.
Oh my god!
Maybe his cat's throwing up on his dog. That'd be weird.
Speaking of cat vomit, I went to Olive Garden.
Yeah, I mean it was actually pretty
good segue, Nick. Good segue.
Haven't been to Olive Garden for like years. Not a huge fan usually. But.
I honestly don't think I've ever been to Olive Garden my entire life.
At all? No time?
I don't think I've ever been there. Babe, have we ever been to Olive Garden? She is shaking her head no.
And with salad or soup?
I went there once in Boston.
You have why?
Wasn't my idea.
Boston, I imagine.
Whose idea was it?
Yeah, Heist Almighty's actually.
Well, he's a fucking idiot. I mean, I like him and all. Oh well, okay, then she's all right. Whatever. But you shouldn't have went to Olive Garden. You're in Boston. You don't go to Olive Garden.
You know in Boston.
We went there the night before the U2 concert in Foxborough, so we were
I was gonna say Boston. Yeah, you get some really good food there. Good.
Yeah, it's like going to New York City and being like, I totally went to Applebee's. Huh? What do you mean?
Don't you go to Wahlburgers if you're over there?
Oh no! Well, there's probably no Wahlburgers in Massachusetts. They're all in Cincinnati. They're all in Cincinnati.
All I remember is the first night I was there. We went to a place called 99. Yeah, I think it's a chain there.
Is that Wayne Gretzky or something?
I'm looking for 69.
Oh, geez.
Rod, we're gonna be
yeah, well, we were actually we went down like downtown Boston.
Rod is a man who does not go 2 days between sex. I can tell you that right now.
But one night we went to downtown Boston. We actually went to the Cheers, the original Cheers on Beacon Street.
Was that a good time?
That was good. I actually enjoyed that.
So
not just because of the kitschy going to the Cheers restaurant.
Kitschy,
but
yeah.
Yeah. Is that what her name was?
The food was good.
And then you ended up in Olive Garden somehow one of the days.
Yeah, Olive Garden, because I think Steph wanted to go to Olive Garden.
See, a lot of people shit on the chains and stuff, but if you go to Olive Garden, you know what to expect. It's fucking Olive Garden.
I've never been to Olive Garden.
Well, I've
never been there either.
That people that go to it, it's a chain Italian restaurant.
It's like Denny's for pasta.
It's classic Italian, just like Mama used to make.
Pasta?
Pasta? Are we talking pasta or pasta? I'm not sure which one it is.
Pasta. You say pasta.
You did it like it's pasta.
You guys with that little bit hint in New York and you go pasta.
No, you said pasta. I said pasta. What the fuck is pasta?
Well, what the fuck is taps?
It's tops. Although Chris likes to call it taps because he thinks we all talk like that. But he's
Isn't there a taps place in Niagara?
That's tap. That's actually taps. Is what that like.
No, that's not the beer.
He's talking about the grocery store in northeastern part of the United States. That's called Tops. Tops.
I've heard of Tops before. They have Tops in Florida, I think.
The Tops in Lewiston, New York, Nick can say it's for a fucking grocery store in the middle of pretty much nowhere. It's pretty fantastic.
Pretty epic selection in there.
Like, if you had an endless amount of money, you could have came out with a lot of awesome beer.
Oh, yeah.
I used to like Tops in Florida back when I was a kid because when my parents brought me there, they had a big toy aisle. It was exciting.
Probably not the same Tops.
No, it was the same Tops. It was the big grocery chain. They have those in Florida, no?
I thought it was only in the Northeast. They may have back in 20, 30 years ago. I don't know.
No, but like I was like 12 then, so it was like my most exciting thing in life was going to a toy aisle to see what action figures they had.
Yeah, for sure. It's good times.
That Tops taps rather.
Fucking Tops.
If I had like $1,000 and more time to spend in the States and could bring more shit back, I could have walked over there a happy man.
I'm just glad that you got over the border for the first time in 5 years. I was very happy to get that.
It's not the last time.
Nick, are you saying you left an unhappy man?
Well, no, but unless Chris doesn't send me my beer.
Phil.
At this point, I think you're just gonna get a bunch of Coors Light from Chris.
Yeah, or Coronas.
Yeah, Coronas. That's the one I meant. Yeah, Coronas.
Coronas. Jesus Christ.
Because I had a Stone Cocoveza and I had a Founder's Dankwood that's waiting for me when he sends it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, my wood's a little dank.
I haven't tried yet, but I did.
Yeah, that Dankwood's good.
Is it? I passed on it.
Barrels? What?
Yeah, Founder's fucking. I don't know. Their special releases. Like I want to try the what is the Rum Runner? I want to try that for sure.
I haven't tried
pick that up.
Barrel Runner.
Yeah, Barrel Runner. That's what I thought it was called. Rum Runner.
Barrel Runner.
That one.
Yeah, Barrel Runner right there. The one that Earth had tonight.
Earth gives them pretty good shit out there. Earth like Lagunitas weed beer pretty soon.
Oh yeah. You remember that?
That's only in California. And Earth is like our sample, so he's the only one in California that can enjoy it.
Yeah, it seems like Earth should have a channel of some sort to tell us about.
I think so. Earth should.
I would say they'd be probably the most
beer reviewer, baby.
Yeah, baby, he doesn't review the beer, baby. He just drink them is what he does.
He's the most down-to-earth beer reviews ever.
Rod trying to act like
he provides all of us with.
Let's taste it.
Baby, it tastes like garbage, baby. Stinking, musty, gross.
Provides all of us everything we need to make the beer, so he doesn't need to review it. He gives us everything.
I just want to point this out real quick, baby. Rod, I thought you spilled that beer everywhere, baby. Don't try to hide from me, baby. I thought.
Business. Nobody ain't about business.
Yeah, baby, I thought go everywhere, baby. It was a little bit too much for that glass.
Sorry, a little bit of a list for that.
Yeah, baby, sorry, I have a little bit of a lift.
Can we play Dusty Rose on Nick's channel?
I mean,
probably,
but I don't think. I don't know.
The Full Horseman.
Nick's not monetized. He can't.
How many?
Oh, Nick's monetized. He's the.
Oh,
he was. No, he was at one point.
Flag is copyright anyway.
Did they take
I was monetized at one point.
Yeah, let's not tell.
It's a local Cincinnati person, so it's not like it's huge.
What did you just say, Joe? What did you say to me?
Let's not tell stories. I know you're monetized. Anybody that was
I was monetized.
Yeah, anybody.
Monetized?
I
was monetized. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you lost it because you don't have 1,000 subs or the YouTube, I'd imagine.
I lost my monetization when that whole changes came into effect because I don't have 1,000 subs. I actually do have enough view time now if I had enough subs, but
but you don't really post content anymore though.
You've got the
I am posting content by doing these live chats.
When I was doing a good amount of live stream on YouTube before I went to Twitch, which even there I haven't done anything recently because I've been so goddamn busy. But doing a lot of like my view time on my channel was way like if I had 1,000 subs, I would have been fine. But it's dropped down drastically ever since I stopped live streaming on YouTube.
Well, once you hit those 1,000 subs, you can get right back.
But they're looking for 4 horsemen. I got the answer for the 4 horsemen.
How many? I'm looking for some horsemen. How many you need?
I won't do it without Nick's permission. It's up to Nick.
Baby doll, is that you Jezebel? Yeah, oh, so good.
I don't care, it'll play it.
I don't think Nick gets hit with a copyright because there's like a local person here.
Nick doesn't get hit with a cock?
No, he does. He's a copyright.
I'll play it, but I'm not going to do it if Nick doesn't want it because it's his channel. I respect Nick's authority.
Well, that makes one of us.
Wait,
nobody wants one of that cocky right strikes.
Let's be honest. If there's anyone here that basically is a Cartman impression, that's
I can't even see you, Greg, but good try.
you can't.
There you go. You're going to tell some scary stories? No, go ahead.
Son.
I'm going to tell you the scariest story of all.
I can't see.
I have no shirt on.
Oh, fuck. He has no shirt on. Can you boot him, Nick, please? That's going to get you a lot of infringements and strikes.
Greg never has his shirt on. This is nothing.
I can use him, but I can't.
I've been working out too, so I'm extra sexy right now. You should take.
Why would you want to do that?
You should take it offline.
I mean, you have people watching, all 4 of them, and one of which is Paul, and then he can't interact with us.
Yeah, Paul's fun. Oh, we just had an ambulance.
By the way, I'm getting tired.
By the way, I'm going to follow Roger's
footsteps. Are you old?
He is. He is old. Yes, he is.
Apparently old.
Paul says, "You like this hat? Maybe you better like this hat."
Like this hat with your MAGA hat.
If you want me to play, the 4 horsemen, I'll play the 4 horsemen. But if not, I'm not gonna play the 4 horsemen.
If not, you might as well.
It's up to Nick. It's Nick's channel. I would not put a.
Nick looks like he's posing for something.
He put the fucking curling on.
God damn the curling.
I think Nick needs to drink a coffee
fucking
stout.
Olympics.
Nick, don't fall asleep on your own channel. It's probably not a great idea.
Yeah, we're totally going to GIF it for you. Or GIF it, whatever.
Do it. No, do it.
He doesn't want the wrestling on his channel.
Nick, don't fall asleep.
Nick needs a no-dough IPA.
Yeah. I'm pretty much done for the night.
Nick, if you leave, we're totally going to bring...
I shouldn't eat that bag of chips.
We're totally going to bring...
Oh, it's the chips that did it. Okay. We got
it. No taquitos tonight?
No.
No. He only does that when he's in other people's houses. And not
I want to take taquitos
I only do that to other people's toilets.
He likes to violate toilets.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, in the challenge itself, fantastic. The next day, not as much.
Next day, I probably wouldn't go outside.
Outside the bathroom, that is.
In Ontario,
we'll live in the moment. Not the next day, but in the moment.
Paul says unwanted streaming Olympic curling is okay.
Yeah.
We found out that it wasn't, but we thought it was all right. And then NBC was like, nope. Sorry, nope.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
They're like, you guys trying to legally watch this curling? It's like, just be happy someone's watching the curling. You know, just be happy about that.
Who was it that shared that? Was it Redbeard that shared it on your chat there, Rod?
Seriously.
He sharded in his chat.
Yeah, I shard all the place all the time.
This guy sharded everywhere.
Yeah, Redbeard for...
Get the views however you can get them.
I flipped on the script earlier.
Sure.
And apparently in America, for you guys that might not be recognizing this from Canada, but
in Trump land,
we play a game called Cornhole, which is not a great game, by the way.
I totally played that tonight.
You throw beanbags in a hole. Anyway, apparently now it's on the college level. The ESPN had the Southern College Conference Championship of Cornhole. So they were actually on ESPN playing cornhole between the Southern colleges.
Dude, I'll tell you what, playing that tonight, again, I've played it multiple times, but just playing it just like these dudes are crazy. They're like getting holes just constantly, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I had like 5 tonight in like 3 games, and I'm like, yeah, I did great. These guys do that all the time. It's amazing how good they are.
Yeah. It's kind of replaced horseshoes like in America now. Like people are loving the cornhole.
Well, we played it like you weren't here, but we had like the big 4th of July party today in my family instead of having it on the 4th because it's the middle of the week, so it was easier to do it today. And we just, all day long people were playing it. It was like 8 straight hours of just different people coming up and just playing it. It was a lot of fun.
But here's the funny thing, right? I was watching them play this in the colleges, and I'm like, so you fucking got a scholarship for that? Like, you get a scholarship to play fucking cornhole? Really?
They got a full scholarship.
Beanbag in a hole? You got a scholarship for that shit.
This guy's the number 3 cornhole prospect in the country. We got to sign him. We got to get him in here.
Wow.
He's our ace in the hole.
Ron, you could sorry, Joe, you could do like some Aussie man type commentary with that voice, man.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Did I do a voice? I guess I did. But
I just thought that kind of nasal.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever you just there, that was fucking gold.
The Aussie bad stuff is fantastic. I was like, look at this fucker, and he did the one with the diving from the side. I
watched that today. It was like, are you like just like the one guy's like he's like 5 feet behind the other guy, and he falls in front of him. And they flop around like fish. It's fucking crazy, man.
The funny thing is there's a lot of like diving in the NBA. Clearly, a lot of diving in NBA or flopping. There's a lot in hockey. But all that pales in comparison to soccer/football. It's so bad to watch. Like, you would think some of these guys, like there was a sniper in the fucking arena somewhere.
That's awesome.
And it's just like, did he go down hard like that with no one around? Like, what just happened? All the time.
They were just talking to me, they're yelling, and then all of a sudden one of them is like dead on the ground. Like, what happened? What just happened right there?
Yellow card him. He breathed on me awkwardly.
The funny thing is, like, do you guys play cornhole in Canada? Do you guys do the cornhole in Canada?
I don't even know what the fuck cornhole is. I have no idea.
Someone's doing cornhole.
I have no idea what you're talking about with this cornhole thing.
It's basically there's like a platform and there's a hole in the middle, and each team has bean bags, like little small bean bags, and you basically toss them. You try to get them into the hole. If it lands on the platform, you get a point, but you try to get it into the hole.
I know of this, but it's not really something that I've ever.
I'm sure you guys play it up there. I'm sure
and stuff and things. And it's like no.
I mean, come on, Cletus.
Growing up, like there was a couple games. Like we played growing up in public school here in Ontario. I played a couple games. One called Red Ass, which is
don't even explain it. Don't even do it.
No, it's
that sounds like sexual
the Red Ass is just the letters you get as you're playing the game, and it's like you play it against with a tennis ball against any wall anywhere, and you throw the ball against the wall. And somebody else, like there's usually a bunch of people playing, and somebody catches it, and it does keep going. And if somebody catches it and like fumbles it, they have to run up and touch the wall before somebody else grabs the ball and hits them with it. And if you hit them with it, if they touch the wall, you're safe. If they hit you with it, you get a letter, and you get up to Red Ass, and then you're out of the game, kind of thing. And there was that, and then Over the Wall, it was called Over the Roof was the game. Very random. Over the roof, because the public school I was in had like portables. Some of the classrooms were like portable structures outside the actual school.
It explains a lot, right?
It might, but then you saw like a bunch of people on one side, a bunch of people on the other side, and you throw a tennis ball again over top. And if they didn't catch it on the other side, then they throw it back. And if somebody catches it, then you all run. You run around. And you take that ball and you want to tag the other guys, and then they become on your team. And then it keeps going until like one team is like one guy left and he's screwed basically. And it was like some fun games that
sounds like some sort of hybrid horse. Freaking,
it's like horse meets dodgeball meets like tag meets something.
I feel like it's not being played anymore just because of the way that health and safety regulations have come in. It probably
I feel like someone forgot how to play each individual game.
They're like, how do you play this game? Well, you do this. How about this? Just let's combine them. Fuck it.
That's what I grew up with, man. It was fun.
They get done. Red Ass feels like ass out.
Paul says, ever play pink eye.
Never played.
No, that's a different. I was gonna say though, this explanation was almost as bad as the time Redbeard insisted he wasn't racist.
What happened?
Explaining to us why he wasn't.
Nick has the a video playing in the back.
No, I don't.
Somebody does. Somebody, maybe Greg.
Pink eye, the ringworm extension.
Yeah,
It's not me.
I do agree with you.
It might be Rod. Rod, you might have the video playing right now.
It's not me. I just
What video? I don't have a video playing.
Somebody has it playing in the background.
I got nothing going on.
I have nothing playing in the background.
Even if I had something going on, it would still just be coming through here and not being transmitted to you.
Yeah, that's.
What do you guys think of playing in the background?
It stopped.
No,
it was totally. This video was just.
Rod J. homemade porn.
Not just playing
Yeah,
there.
headset on too.
Yeah, me too.
That's where it is. You
Stop
got the
playing
YouTube
YouTube
playing
shit.
without it muted.
Yeah, it wasn't you, Nick. Oh, it was.
I've done that a couple times where I've joined into a chat and like had the YouTube video already open for the live chat and forgot to mute that live chat. And for the first like minute, I'm like, "What's going on? This isn't working."
Yeah, it's like, why are there 7 people talking at once?
Mute that one, and then it's all good again. Yeah, good times.
I think Rod may have hit the wrong button.
I have to say, I haven't been in a live chat with you in a little while, Joe. But I have to say, the whole, I liked the way that you had your
setup.
Not that your setup so much, but your field of view, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm changing it.
I liked like the little platform, the two like random like
POV,
they were like tiny palettes. They were cool. The little things you had. I like that.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. Baby.
I'm happy. That makes me happy.
But it's gonna be a while because I have like an entire July full of videos I already recorded. So
you know what? That's also awesome that you're actually like getting kind of like you're getting into this enough that you.
I have 3 video screens, and one of them might have been playing in the background.
Yeah, see, Rod, where's the apology, man? Where's the apology?
I got 3 screens. I got 3 screens. I'm like Minority Report over here. I'm moving shit around.
It's not an excuse, but.
I like fucking Minority Report over
right
here.
I mean, yeah, I
did. That was
all right. It's all right. I was trying to figure out.
Random reference I ever heard in my life.
Trying to figure it out.
The Minority Report over here. That was so good.
Who the hell's moderating this damn thing?
It's so good.
It's supposed to be Nick, but he has checked out both mentally and possibly physically in the upcoming minutes, maybe seconds.
I'm very tired and drunk.
I love it.
Nick, what are you, old man?
He's tired, he's drunk, and he's blaming it on those munchies he ate.
You know,
the Cheetos?
Whatever he had.
That is a pretty bad excuse right there, man.
He's like, it must have been the chips.
I was hungry and I ate food, and then all of a sudden
I went to Olive Garden earlier, and I'm like stuff. I've not been to Olive Garden in years, and they down our food.
I can mute everybody if I want to here. Here,
damn.
Oh, I can mute Joe too.
You muted yourself. I don't understand.
Oh, my bad. I was talking about Olive Garden. Olive Garden.
He got mute happy.
He muted the conversation on the Olive Garden.
I went to Olive Garden earlier. We ate a lot of food.
I didn't mute myself. What happened?
We got pretty fucking stuff.
I can see Nick. I
forgot about. I was like, you know what? I should eat that shit. But
I'm getting my wife to make me a coffee. Nick, I'm with you.
That never-ending salad. That shit gets you every damn time.
The breadsticks are what you. There's just all the breadsticks.
No, what I was saying is I haven't been to Olive Garden. I was there one time in my entire life. I was in grade 8. Went to Florida with my mom and stuff. And somebody had some crazy echo going on.
Yeah,
regardless, it was good. I remember being good. It was cool how they had like the glass wall where you could look behind and see who they were making all the pasta and shit. And the echo's gone. That's always good. And I've never. There's the closest Olive Garden to me is probably Toronto. I don't think there's even one in Barrie, which would be like the next kind of bigger city. But like, yeah, I haven't been.
Did you say pasta?
He said pasta.
You just said pasta, right?
No, I don't know.
Oh, we're on this again?
Pasta.
I wasn't checking.
He's very good. Pasta back.
Like pasta, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm a big fan. Like lasagna is like
lasagna
at least 2 or 3 times a week meal for me. kind of thing. Like I love me some pasta.
Say almond.
Almond.
We would say almond. Almond?
No, it's almond.
What's making you laugh right now, you drunk bastard? God damn you!
I want to see him running in the room. Hey guys, can I get some pasta?
Almond. I got me some almonds. Delicious almonds. Oh Christ, this is too fun.
Let me some pasta.
You're like, it's too fun. And it's like,
I can't handle the fun. I gotta walk away right now.
I think he's going to projectile vomit everywhere. If I had to guess, the way he was like, I'll be back. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
So Red, what game are you playing now? I saw you upload a new video.
I was playing last night. Randomly, I decided it's been far too long, so I'm going to stream. I streamed for like 2 hours last night and got 0 comments, which kind of disheartened me.
Well, what time did you do that at?
It was around midnight or so. Like, not like super late, but in there. I was playing Sheltered. It's just like a underground bomb shelter kind of game. It's a really cool game, but it's not any kind of like mainstream AAA title, which would have got more people coming in kind of thing. But I don't know. I've just been fucking stupid busy with work and shit recently and haven't had the chance to stream as much as I want to at all. Or any, really. I haven't streamed in far too long kind of thing. Yeah.
I saw you uploaded a video last night. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, though.
I didn't get a chance to watch it ever.
He wanted to, though, but he just didn't.
Hey, man, it's still there. Whatever you want, whatever you want, it's still there.
But I'm gonna comment.
Well, I uploaded the video with Todd because we were playing H1Z1, which is pretty cool. So Todd's kind of learned that game. But afterwards, we were talking about other stuff, and his wife was like freaking trolling him like crazy. Like, your wife is trolling you from the house you live in. You need to handle this shit.
Yeah, you need to go upstairs and give her a smack.
Which apparently, when we do the Beer Flow show this week, Joe, apparently Shannon may jump in.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Beer Flow show,
oh, God.
Pretty funny, actually, I think. I know Todd thinks it's funny, but I think it's hilarious myself.
Todd's probably like, what are you doing, honey? No, we're not allowed. We're not allowed. This is my alone time. She's like, fuck that. I saw the comments on the one thing where she's like, what was it?
She was talking about that beers that he said to us or whatever.
I didn't watch that video. Like I said, I want to be surprised, but it was in that chat you guys did. Before, and I saw her like making all comments, and there were a couple comments, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I didn't get to that.
Funny. Like, dude, you need to bring her to Cincinnati when you come next time. She's hilarious. Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
But that's what I got there. It's kind of quiet. Everybody's talking.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's
just
so
enjoying ourselves.
It's so
Earth, when are you getting the weed beer so we can know how it tastes, son? Little Lagunitas weed beer, son.
As soon as it shows up, I'll probably get it.
Earth is all quiet now. Why are you all quiet?
Earth, are you trying to talk and you're just muted? What happened?
Yeah, maybe I lost signal.
Earth isn't saying anything.
You hear me?
Earth, no, we can't hear you, Earth. I don't know what happened, but we cannot hear.
No, I feel like he's fucking around right now and like pretending to be like
son of a bitch, Earth. Do not fuck
Earth is like the only one we have in California that can get the weed beer.
The weed beer.
You can get the weed beer.
Earth, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Like,
we're
blacked out right now.
Yeah, that's right.
We can't hear you.
No.
Earth, we really need to hear about the weed beer, buddy.
Video feed not available in your region.
He was fine talking about Joe D's channel.
I'm again. Like he's gotta be fucking around.
What's up, Greg?
Hold on.
Greg came back.
All right, 1 minute.
I came back because I need to know, is this whoever you're talking about? I have no idea who he is, but is his wife hot?
We're trying to get Earth talking about the weed.
Talking about Todd?
What the fuck was Andy? Like, where did that even come from?
Yeah, Todd. Is Todd's wife hot?
Greg, I need you to settle down. Just a minute.
Am I coming through?
Let me ask you this: while Urza's trying to get his thoughts together, I guess. Did the police ever show up at that accident that happened the other night?
No, to my knowledge, they did not. The ambulance showed up, the fire truck showed up. The police never showed up, to my knowledge.
Toronto's a cold place.
Earth is just fucking. Now, none of you are answering if his wife is hot, so I'm assuming she's a bit of a nuggo.
Well, I was going to ask, like, is that all it takes? Like, your wife gets a mild infection kind of thing, and you're like already looking for new fucking ladies? Is that how this
How
works?
about now?
Oh, right there.
We can hear you.
Because I think it's Greg's checking right now.
Crisis has been averted.
Control, delete.
Yeah.
He's like,
Jesus.
All right.
Is she within earshot? And I'll reply, kind of thing. Is that what's happening right now?
All right, let Earth answer the question about Canada.
Yeah, we're testing out the beer for the group here.
As soon as that shit drops, I'll be getting it. You'll see it. You'll see me check it in.
But not review it. That's unfortunate. Come on. It can be a game changer.
We'll get Earth on a special beer flow show to talk
If I had a beer review channel, I'd review it.
I'll never be invited to Beer Flow because you guys don't like me.
You know, it's really,
You will
really
never be invited to Beer Flow show. Correct. Never, Greg. Never on my
it's really easy to set up some kind of a beer review channel there. Right?
Here's the thing, right, Greg? So what I found over time, having like 3 or 4 people works out better.
That aren't Greg. That are not Greg specific.
Rod, it's okay. I know you don't like white people, so it's fine.
I got Joe, Todd, and Eric.
That's true. That's true. We're all white. Everyone that's except for Todd is white. So that's.
But I'm Polish. I'm like extra
It's
white.
still funny.
He doesn't like loud people, I think is what it is, Greg.
Even Rod's white.
I've been invited to like the Beer Flow after show, which I appreciate.
So
yeah, we do the after show. It's a matter of how much people you can have on the show and kind of control where everybody can talk and you have a good flow. That's the beer flow. So I have Eric, I have Joe, and I have Todd. And then sometimes we do the after hour show where other people can get involved in along those lines. You've been on a show with like 10 people and you can't understand what people are saying. Yeah. You can't get in.
Never.
It works out well actually too, like, because you only have 4 people. Those 4 people are more likely to be able to coincide and show up every.
Wait, are you saying the conversation actually
is that
flows?
Dan that just got in?
Yeah, I'm gonna say we should introduce him because our host is
holy crap!
What's up, Dan? Hockey? Is that Dan that showed up here?
It's Wesley.
Won't play me in hockey. That's
what happened?
Oh, it's not whoa. Are you calling me out again there, Rod? Are you trying to call me out?
You won't play me. That's all I'm saying. You won't play me.
Oh, well, you know, I have no problems in dropping the puck and kicking your ass again. I just don't want to embarrass you.
Jump on anytime.
Well, not right now, though. Not right now. Rod's
this
under
is
the
like fuck the whole whatever the guy and Logan Paul fight happening on YouTube. I want to see the fucking Rod J and Dan Crocker fucking throwdown. I want to see that. I want to see that shit right there.
I've never seen it once, and it was ugly.
Rod J will fucking murder him. No offense to Dan, but you're kind of like Nick. You're not a fighter.
No, I definitely am not.
But it's hockey and he's in Canada.
I gotta like just mess with him.
I feel like Nick flew to Alberta, and then he's here again.
Yeah,
it's actually fun. It's like the whole Bow Superman thing. Like, where's Clark Kent? Well, Superman's your kind of thing.
Yeah, what just happened?
I don't see other Nick anywhere else, so I don't know.
If Dan's gonna be like, "Hang on, guys, I go to grab another beer," and then all of a sudden Nick's gonna come back and be like, "Hey guys, what happened when I was gone?"
There was a phone booth somewhere in there.
Yeah, and right now Nick is vomiting very violently in that phone booth.
He didn't unmute himself, so like everybody, can we hear him right now? Everybody quiet for a second.
No, you can't.
No, nothing going on in the background.
No, but when Nick was like, "I'll be right back," he got up and left. And he hasn't been back for about like 15 minutes. Things are happening that we probably don't even know.
I think it'd be even funny if you just heard a slap.
Hopefully, he grabs a Red Bull.
Or maybe a Gatorade or something. Certainly not those monkeys.
Taquitos right now. Nick loves
no tequila. No taquitos.
Then the sound you hear would be Nick's ass cheeks slapping together. After
The best part about that taquito story is I was with him in that 7-Eleven because it was the second year. I think it was Paul was there, Ewart was there. We all walked down to 7-Eleven. Greg was there. It was down the street from Chad's place, Albano Rano's. And we walked there because everyone's like, oh, let's get some snacks or whatever, because there wasn't as much. And I don't know, I think they ordered pizza earlier tonight. So we walked down there, and we get in there, and he's looking at the fucking taquito. He's like, oh, I have a 7-Eleven in New Brunswick, and blah, blah, blah. And I just looked at him, I was like, dude, you don't want to do it. Like, you don't want the taquitos. Like, you totally don't. He's like, yeah, but I never get buys the taquitos. I buy like a bag of chips, right? And like a drink. And he has those taquitos, like 3 of them. And I'm like, dude, this is bad. And he's like, no, they're great. Comes back, eats them. He's like, oh, I miss these or whatever. Next day, he has like 45 minutes in the bathroom before he's like making everybody late to go to the brewery and everything. And he's like, oh, it's fucking taquitos. I'm like, you're an idiot, man. I told you. You don't fuck around 7-Eleven's taquitos. Certainly not at like midnight or 1 in the morning. They sit there all day long.
That they don't temperature gauge it at that late at night.
I was like, how much bacteria is on those? All of the bacteria. You're done.
That's not fresh. That's not fresh taquito at all.
Oh, no.
Hang on, there's some yeast grains on this taquito.
I love that Nick is in this chat right now. He's just not there to say anything.
He's not there to defend himself. Poor boy.
He's in the toilet bowl right now.
He's probably sitting on the couch.
He's probably watching this on his phone going, I don't want to talk about taquitos.
He's back. He's back. Everybody shut up. He's back.
What's up, Nick?
Hey, Nick, guys.
Nick, what happened? You all right?
Hang on a second, guys. I'm sorry. That was poor timing. I'll be right back.
You look better. Not so pale.
So should I kick Dan out now for?
Well, that was the joke. When he showed up, we were like, Nick, you just took a flight right to Alberta, and you just showed up. So Dan didn't leave, so it didn't play out as perfect.
It didn't play out as well as it's supposed to.
So what happened, Nick? What happened?
Well, I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Is that what we're gonna go with?
Yeah. No.
Nick, are you gonna wear your onesie to bed?
No. Well, here's what I'll do. It's like, okay, Booze Reviews is not here. So
I'm here.
Chris, why are you not in this chat, Chris?
Yeah, Chris, why are you not in this chat? In fact, considering I'm going to take this offline because I'm heading out.
Take it offline, you should take it offline an hour ago.
You know what Google should do? Google should make an option to like transfer a Google Hangout to somebody's channel. I think that would be cool.
No, they should make an option to just pop out, like, just get rid of all the racism.
I just like how Greg is making comments with his eyes closed. Like, he's so fucking...
That's how Greg's feeling good. His eyes are closed. And he's
Greg is Jughead from the old comics. Like, just like, I go all the time.
Jughead, except for more of a pervert and doesn't wear a crown.
I am into crowning, though.
Okay. Well, I'm taking us offline, Chris. You're just gonna have to join. And Jamie too, if you're still watching.
Nick hates white people.